Welcome, beautiful friends.
Garbage.
Thanks, Steffi. Thank you very much. Highly appreciated when the garbage is well timed. It's not weird at all, Yost, that the streams remind you whether it's Monday or Friday. I think I want to adjust that filter again. The attack is so short on the filter. I have to really adjust this. We're doing it live, chat. It's the whole music ducking thing. I think I just need to extend it so that it's not as aggressive anymore. 30 and 150. That's a little bit better. You have things to catch up on. Then you better go do those things, Steffi. I'm surprised that no one took first. I've become a lot more lenient with the result of what first does. I promise, it's not as bad as it was. I have not become garbage. I have become beautiful. Look at this beautiful Bermuda colored sweatshirt. I love it. Look, I'll try and show it off in its natural light without having the light from behind do weird stuff to the color. Look at this color. It is so nice. And I'm a big hoodie fan, but usually it's been too warm here to wear a hoodie. And it is now 19 degrees, 19.7 degrees in our apartment. And so it is suitable to wear a hoodie indoors. Yost, you did get Airbyte importing your data to BigQuery and ran a query there, but not sure what the benefit is, by the way, but nice experience to set up. Hey, nice, Yost. That's very nice. Congratulations on getting that up and running. That's pretty cool. Good to hear that. Now you just have to visualize something from the data in BigQuery. Maybe hook it up to something like Count. Count supports BigQuery. You can open up a free account. 16.4 degrees. You just figured out the boiler itself has a cap. Yeah, it sounds a bit chilly, to be honest. That's a bit chilly, even for me. So welcome in. I know I'm a little bit early today, but I wanted to be. I wanted to be a tiny bit early. For undisclosed reasons. Anyway, you want to do daily aggregates during your connection, and it looks like I need to use dbt for a transform. Oh yeah, you were talking about how you wanted to use dbt as well for the semantic layer in the middle. That's cool.
Who's that Pokemon?
Probably Squirtle. Yep, it's Squirtle. I'm so good now at guessing. That's the thing. I'd like to commission someone on Fiverr to make more Pokemon because I have 4 or 5 in the queue, and as I mentioned last week, I don't have access to Adobe After Effects anymore. I don't have an Adobe subscription. So if Adobe doesn't want to sponsor my stream, which is unlikely to happen, then the best bet is to just commission them on Fiverr. Have you tried Image AI for that? No, it's way more complicated than that. That's the problem. Machine learning can't handle really similar... like, machine learning stuff can't handle precision at that level yet. At least not with hours and hours of tweaking. And we're talking about a template that's already ready, where you would spend all of 15 minutes per character. If the character already exists, then putting it into that template and putting it out is 15 minutes. Rugmat wants a refund. On what, Rugmat? Would you like a refund? Too early. Okay. Then we'll end here. Wow, why are those transitions so laggy? That was weird. Why is that? That was really strange. Oh wow, there's huge resource usage going on here. What the heck? That's a bit strange. Is the stream laggy at all for you? Nice short stream. Still missing about 60k. 60k for what? Oh, for end stream. Your computer wasn't ready for the early stream, no lag. Oh wow, you're saving up for end stream, Steffi. That'll be quite the occasion. No one's ever done that before. That's gonna be really something. Hey OJ Walter, welcome in. Good to see ya, friend. How you doing? 62k, Yoast. Wait, so Steffi, you have 40k and Yoast also has 40k? Because that's a lot of channel points. Back-to-back shutdown. Yeah, messing up the stream is good enough, isn't it? It's already randomized. Randomized mess up. 28.4. How much is end stream? Did I change the price? It used to be 100k. Yeah, 101, 101. 101, 101. 101, 101. 101, 101. How's everyone's week started? My weekend was very relaxing. I spent some time building something for the bunnies, which we will see if we switch to bunny cam today. That was on Saturday. Did some gaming as well. I slept in. After Saturday's marathon stream, I mean 5 hours, wasn't marathon. And on Sunday I went to play some board games with my neighbors, which is cool. For the first time I met them. So we have this new app for our community. And basically it allows everyone in the neighborhood to communicate with each other. And it's like a test thing. They're like testing it out to see how it does. And of course there's a group there for board games, and yeah, so we played some board games together. We played Everdell. I don't know if any of you know the game. I hadn't played it before, but I knew the game and it was quite cool. I liked it a lot. You lost all your points to Rugmat in a gamble. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a prediction, wasn't it? I think Flyboy also got like 80k or something in one of those predictions. It might have been that one. Oh, Rugmat, you've got a cold. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. Yeah. Ooh. Hope that's not your nose. That was your nose right now. That's not a good thing. There's definitely, oh, I know what it is. Got my stream on in preview in the background. Goodbye, Brave. There goes 300% of my CPU. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a bit more normal now. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Yoast. Is that your, like, weekly gift sub thing? You've hit 30 gift subs in the channel. That's very impressive. Very, very impressive. Yoast, thank you for gifting to Rugmat. I appreciate that. Rugmat, you were not subbed. That's interesting. Most people here are subbed. The gift son. Stop blinding him. Don't spend the £2 all at once. No, I won't, I promise. I'll spend it on soup because I can't afford anything else at the moment. What time did I go live, chat? 8:45? How long have we been on? 15 minutes? 40, yeah, okay. Cool. Somebody asked me recently if I could send them a version of my profile picture without the food in it. And I was like, why is that such a big deal? Like, why do you need a profile picture that doesn't have the food in it, you know? I mean, it's like spaghetti with like vegetables. It's not offensive to anyone. It's like vegan, whatever. It's not like the carcass of a dead animal on the plate or something. And the person told me that because I'm no longer... Oh wow, Exegete, 15-month resub. Wow, thank you. Exy, thank you. Thank you for sticking around for so long. That's very cool. Oh yeah, the hype is coming. The hype train. Ignore the hype train, chat. It's not important. Unless you want the bar here on this side. Unless you want it to turn rainbow. Then otherwise ignore it. Otherwise ignore the hype train. Yeah, so the person told me, because I'm no longer working for my startup, that it could be confusing for someone seeing my picture with food, knowing that I'm not working in the food industry anymore. Or like doing something with gastronomy. Oh, Rugma, you can't change this background today, unfortunately, because this background is Christmas themed fix. It's actually a render. Oh, look at that. Stream Elements new. Stream Elements' timing is perfect. So today's background is actually a render from a YouTube channel called Corridor Crew. It's a render from Jordan. They did a little challenge.
Garbage.
Thank you, Steffi. They did a challenge where they had to make perfect renders in Christmas themes. And this one is a perfect loop. And the YouTube video is 10 hours. I obviously cropped it and, you know, just inserted it as a background. I think it's great. The others are also really cool, but I wanted this one. Corridor Crew is amazing for like 3D graphic stuff. I'm really interested in that stuff. I like it a lot. I'm terrible at that stuff, but I'm really interested in it. So I thought I would put that up today as the background. If you don't have that background, then your background will be behind that one, which is the rainbow background. And if we're looking at layers, below that would be just black. There's nothing below that. Yeah. Tactics, welcome in. Hi, nice to see you again, Tactics. Glad you're feeling better. Yes, I'm feeling 100% physically sound and healthy. Mentally, I'm not quite there yet, but it's getting better. This week should help a lot. I have a lot of interviews coming up. I have 2 interviews tomorrow. I have an interview on Wednesday. I have an interview on Thursday. I have an interview on Friday. So I have something, yeah, I still have like 4 or 5 interviews this week. It actually went up since we spoke on Friday. Because two more companies got back to me this morning. So yeah, the interview count is going up, which is, it's good for my mental health. And did you walk into someone gatekeeping your headshot? No, Exy. What happened was, a person asked me. It's that person needs my headshot for a particular purpose, which I can't talk about yet. But the person needs my headshot, and yeah, they asked if they could have a version without the food in it. It actually would make sense to show my headshot here, wouldn't it? How can I do this? I don't think I can. Do I have my screen up today? I don't think that I do. Is it for the Swiss top 60 under 60? No, not. Even the LinkedIn one has... Where can I... Oh, you know what? Just go to my website. It's on my website, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Let's switch over. Yeah, so they asked if they could have the headshot without the food in it. And I said, well, because they said it's confusing that I'm not doing something food related now. Like, I don't have a startup anymore in the food area, so it's kind of confusing. The thing is, what I replied was, and that person is very nice, so they weren't doing it in an offensive way or something. I just thought it was a funny thing to ask. That's why I'm talking about it. And that person said, oh, well, yeah, like, it's just confusing now that you don't have, you know, Cook Eat anymore. We should maybe, like, exclude the food. And I said, my headline, even before I was full-time with my startup this year, has always been, for the last, like, couple years, making data taste better. And the irony of that statement is it plays into both my hospitality background as well as the purpose of what I do. Making data taste better
Put my faith in data.
Means
Information.
I put my faith in data,
Ones and zeros
information.
never lie.
Ones and zeros never lie. Thank you very much. But it also means that I make data more consumable for people because they are not familiar.
Garbage.
They're not familiar necessarily with how to approach their problem from a data point of view.
Mayor Bowser and Chancellor Fairby.
So I make data more delicious, more tasty. Yum, 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 as they say. We don't have a yum, 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 yum meme. We only have the creativity yum, 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 yum. But that could apply to data as well. So, chat, what are we doing today? First thing we're doing is checking out meme of the day. MOTD in chat, exclamation mark MOTD in chat, if you haven't seen meme of the day yet. When all 6 of my brain cells align, perfectly assemble, to help me remember, rank over partition by day, rows between unbounded preceding and current row. Now, why this is funny, I shouldn't have to explain the meme. It's a sequel meme. Power Rangers assemble. Yeah, except it's, you know, Asian moms assemble. I just love this star shape. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I saw this used in a very different meme, and I thought this was great. The name of the day is Maddie Data Salt. That could be a fun one, Exy. But essentially, what it comes down to... Why is this person texting me? Hello? I'm streaming. Leave me alone. Goodbye. What it comes down to is I can never remember the order that you're supposed to write the whole rows between unbounded preceding current row, unbounded preceding row. Like, it's just... It's so convoluted, I have to look it up every single time. And so this meme just made sense to me. I think they are more like Chinese aunties who met up early to dance on public squares. Yeah, probably. I think that's where I got the article from. Where I got the photo from the article, Yost. Yost, you would know this, right? By the way, is your wife back yet? When was her flight scheduled? I forgot already. I'm a terrible streamer. I can't remember important dates of my audience. Should cancel me right away, chat. It's awful.
Garbage.
Terrible. I'm a terrible person. I'm gonna hide my screen now. Because I want to get rid of this. So chat, what are we doing today? Ah, yeah, her visa is approved. She's coming back after Chinese New Year, which is end of January. Oh, okay. Okay. So listen, chat. We're doing something today. And wow, that is really messed up. Holy moly. Steffi, what have you done? This is bad. That was bad. Everything was like perpendicular. Wow, that was okay. All you did was trigger a channel point redemption. Nothing major. So, that was very good value for money. I have to take a thumbnail.
Hello, Lexi. Welcome to my stream, friends. You can see this money falling here in front of me. That's because I'm the devil. And I collect all this money from little children who've been naughty over Christmas. And then I give it to Santa to fund his illegal elf scheme. Something like that.
Please don't clip that. I have a feeling some people might get angry about that one. Oh, is the drop game not working? Hello, 4X. Is the drop game not working? That's a bit strange. 1 second. Game drop. Settings. Refresh cache. Let's try again. Fascinating. The one time that I don't check if the drop game is working. I guess we're going to Pixel Plush to find out. Obligatory clip, yeah. I'm terrified though of people coming to cancel me because of like Christmas culture or something. I don't know, maybe I like angered the wrong people with that one. It may have been a mistake. So I always reserve the right to delete clips. And I do delete clips sometimes if I don't think that they're good. Just so you're aware, chat. But as always, thank you for clipping if you do. A clip, 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 and a clap. And then you've got your Twitch clip. Oh, Dino, you recognized it. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so glad you recognized it, Dino. That's so cool that you recognized it. I didn't think anyone would recognize it, but I guess it's a popular channel, isn't it? So I guess it makes sense. Oh, I don't think I authed to Pixel Plush recently. That's maybe the problem. Yeah, that's Jordan's submission. And honestly, it's amazing. I mean, look at this. It's so cool.
Garbage.
Thanks, Seppi. Grant Twitch permissions. Okay. So I granted all the permissions to Pixel Plush. Let's see. Let's see if it works now. Nope. Gotta type it properly. There we go. There we go. Drop game is back, people. We good. I saved it. I saved the stream. I have saved the stream. So, chat. What are we doing today? Did you read the stream title, chat? Because that's the thing. If you read the stream title, then you kind of know what we're doing. But you don't know how. If you didn't read the stream title, then you don't know what we're doing. And so you should read the stream title, and then you'll know a little bit about what we're doing. Yost, I'm not religious, but I don't mind people calling it Christmas. Good answer. Dino, you're a massive nerd. Yeah, so am I. You all know that by now. You all know that. 4X played around with video effects like this when I had the mandatory remote at the beginning of the end. In the end, all I ended up using is a clever background blur and sound cleanup. The thing is, what I've done with the background is a little bit special, okay? The way that I've built the entire OBS scene thing is basically like, okay, I have a scene that has all the backgrounds in it with different videos. And if I decide to, I could just change them to different ones within the nested scene. I don't need to go into like 5 different places and change 5 different things. I can just choose which ones I want to change. So I could change to like this one, for example. Or I could change to the one that I originally had, which was this one, the black lines. This works really well when I have like very bright lights in the background, which I don't at the moment. I have like, it's color shifting as part of the whole Christmas theme that I have. But it doesn't make sense to have like all of these on. And then, yeah, there's the whole background change thing that you all can do. And the way that that works is if I remove this background from the actual scene, then it allows you to change that layer. And then if that layer is gone, in this one, there's nothing else. There's no desktop or anything. It's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza. We'll get to that in a second, Forex. We'll get to that in a second. But first, we're gonna play some ads. I'm very sorry. It is like one of those things. Twitch does require us to run ads. I'm not so happy with the ad spacing. I think I might change the ad spacing back again. Even though this prevents re-rolls, I'm not sure it's better this way. What do you think, chat? Because, I mean, the thing is, when I look at chat, when I look at people writing, I know most people are subscribed here. Because I don't have a lot of subs and I don't have a lot of viewers. So it tends to be the case that most people are subscribed anyway. So pre-rolls wouldn't hurt you. And the mid-rolls are just annoying. Because we always have to stop because I don't want people to miss something. Pre-roll is kind of funny because people haven't missed anything because they don't know what's happening, but then they have to invest by sticking around. That's what's interesting. Yos has been to the actual Nakatomi Plaza. I was there for a business meeting with a video game publisher. No way. Really? When was that, Yost? When was that? That's so cool. That's really amazing. I'm going to drop one of my own emotes today. Rugmat welcome in. Good to have you here. Fluff. T. Drayson, I'm really sad. My dog ate all my shepherd's pie. I'm sorry to hear that, TD. Was it a big shepherd's pie? Or was it like a tiny pie? Because if it was like a full-on shepherd's pie, that's kind of like... That's a big portion for a dog. Welcome in, TD. It's good to have you here. Sorry, but I use a blocker on my personal computer for all ads and analytics. I don't block on my work PC. That's fine, Forex. No problem. I don't earn money with ads anyway. I don't care. Early 2000s. Wow, Yost. Okay, that's okay. Like a whole microwave meal size. Okay, TD, you need to explain how the dog ate the entire meal without you getting anything. Because that feels like... Feels a little bit like negligence. Just a tiny smidgen. A little bit. That being said, I hope you have something else to eat. I had soup for lunch, which was very good. Soup for lunch, and then I had peanut butter and jam for dinner. You're waiting for it to cool down, went to the loo, he went in and ate it all. Oh wow, so it must have been really hot as well. Oof. I hope your dog is okay. Hope he's not ill from that hot meal. Because that might have burned his tongue or something if it was that hot. So, this is what we're doing today, chat. We're doing something kind of interesting. As most of you know, I produced a YouTube video, my first YouTube video, !newvid, if you want to have the link to that YouTube video if you haven't watched it yet. And that video was about finding the perfect horror movie to watch for my partner and I, given that our tastes are very different. So I used data to find the perfect horror movie. And I used a product called Count, which some of you have maybe seen me use before or heard me talk about before. The video is not sponsored, by the way. I use this this tool called Count because they have a canvas. The canvas is like Miro, but you can execute code in it. SQL, basically. So not like any arbitrary code, but SQL. So you attach your database to it, and it works. And it's kind of exciting because while doing the video, it was already a little bit past the sort of horror peak of October, right? Where Halloween comes along, and we know that around the Halloween period, the horror is really, really high in search results and stuff. So we kind of released the video a little bit too late for that. But in doing so, it was a process of learning. It took about 6 weeks or so to produce the video. I'm unemployed, so I had time to do it. And at the same time, I was like thinking about, okay, if this goes well, I want to do another one, but I don't want to do something where I have to do all the work from the beginning.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
You cannot change the background in this.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
John Ralphio?
Jesus is not suspicious, just to make that very clear. It's just that it triggered the meme. Jesus in a... What's a manger? That's basically just Jesus, no? Just like a church thing. There you go. So anyway, I didn't want to do all the work from the beginning again, to do a similar analysis. And it turns out that there was something that, as we say in German, liegt auf der Hand, which means... No, it doesn't mean garbage. It means it lies on your hand, which is like... Steffi, that was actually perfect. Anyway, it means kind of like... what would be the best translation for this? I'm English native, I should know this. It's the most logical thing to do. Did you really just call it manger? It's pronounced manger. Manger? Manger? Manger from French, which means to eat. Manger. Anyway, yeah, it's obvious. So the obvious thing to do is to take the same data set and the same approach, more or less, not the same approach, and find out what the perfect Christmas movie is to watch, right? That's what makes the most sense to me. Because I already did it for horror, so I understand the data set. So we can do the same thing for Christmas movie. I didn't say it right. Let's find out how to say it. Have you never heard of away in a manger? Manger pronunciation.
Manger. Manger.
Manger. Please tell me what this is. Manfully? I'm sorry, TD. An open box from which cattle and horses feed.
Manger.
Manger.
See? Manger. It's another word for a cot. That's a bit of a stretch, TD. It's a box from which animals eat from. That's not the same thing.
Don't be suspicious.
I love how Jesus triggers the sus meme. It's kind of funny.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
This is suspicious, though. TD, this is very suspicious. This whole thing is suspicious.
John Ralphio?
Translating idioms from language to another is always next level. Yeah, actually, it was really difficult to translate this. I don't know why. In my head, it just wasn't, like, computing. The obvious thing to do is a reusable chat GPT prompt. That's true. Anything with AI at the moment is basically obvious. Well, that's what they used it. That's why they used allegedly. Have you never heard of the nativity? No. I'm not, like I said, I'm not religious in any way. So I don't know about these things. I would also actually... I think I would prefer that we don't talk about them, if that's okay. Because I don't want to offend anybody. So let's dive in. And I'm going to show you how this works, okay? First of all, I made a little color palette. I have seen Home Alone, of course. Of course I've seen Home Alone. Are you nuts, sexy? Someone who hasn't seen Home Alone? Get out. Get out of my stream if you haven't seen Home Alone. Go watch it now and then come back. It's not a long movie. I guess Christian religion is not crammed down your throat there like it is in the US. You see, Fractal? I could go on about the church bells here. See, Switzerland has a problem. Switzerland has a problem. It's called a bell problem. You see, there are so many churches here that it is basically impossible to live somewhere in Switzerland where you do not hear a church bell toll on the quarter hour, on the half hour, on the 3/4 hour, and on the hour. And there's even like a map that someone made. There's a map that someone made here. I think it was only for Zurich, but someone made a map where you could plot, you could see like the radius of church bell zone, where you wanted to live, and you could like judge based on the sound. And actually an ex-colleague of mine, she lived perfectly at the intersection of 3 church bells. And the problem was they're not in sync. So, you know, one goes off, and then like 3 seconds later, the next goes off. And then 4.5 seconds later, the other one goes off. And they're not perfectly in sync because they're different bells. So you get like this clunk 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 clunk. Like you get like this absolute blasting of bells 4 times an hour, 12 hours a day, more or less. And yeah, with the windows closed, it's okay. But if you have the windows open in summer, my gosh. I mean, at some point you kind of get used to it. It's true. Like if you experience it enough. But it is something that people talk about a lot when they come here. Is like, do the church bells not annoy you? It's like, no, not anymore. But it is absurd. And then on top of that, as if the church bells weren't enough, if you're fortunate enough to live next to a farm, you'll also have cowbells. So basically, you will get sufficient amount of bells if you live here. Oh no, did you actually clip clunk clunk? Clunk 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 clunk. That's a term. A clip, 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 and a clap. And then you've got your Twitch clip. That's actually a great clip, though. It's your new ringtone. Where's Jens? Jens is going to use this in his remix. For sure. Jens is going to want to use this in the remix. I knew it was going to be a clip when I did it. Probably. It's like that thing I did with Surly, right? Where I told Surly Dev, not everything I do gets clipped. And then he clipped that. and then played it for me on stream. We played the clip on stream. I was like, good point. You would pay 89 cents for that ringtone. Sorry, pence. Pence, not cents. Sorry, I missed a couple messages while I was talking about Klung Klung. We learned about it in school. Nothing to do with religion. Oh, fair point, TD. Fair point. So yeah, Christian religion is not crammed down your throat. You just hear the bells all the time. So I don't know. Is that like passive aggressive religion? Passive aggressive reminding of like, by the way, there's a church. You know, I as someone who's like apathetic about religion, you know, it's kind of a fun concept, but like, you don't have a mosque tolling a bell 4 times an hour. You know what I mean? To like drum up business kind of thing. It's just a weird thing for me. I'm not hating on religions, just to be very clear. I just think it's a bit of a weird concept. I understand like there's a reminder. It's like as a reminder for mass. But like nobody prays 4 times an hour, 12 hours a day. It just doesn't exist. Anyway. So yeah, Klung. Sounds like me falling down the stairs. Everybody remembers the bells. That's good to know. That's good to know. Oh yeah, Forex, you've also been to Switzerland, right? Forex, will you be coming to our analytics camp main event next year? We don't have a date yet, but it's going to be in the springtime. Probably March, April-ish. The reason I asked is because Kevin hides in a manger nativity scene outside the church while running from the baddies. Home Alone 2? Interesting. Oh no, in the first Home Alone. Oh, interesting. That may affect our analysis today. This is the best clip I've ever seen on Twitch. Thank you, Yost. It's very, very kind of you. Why do Americans call a pound not a hash? Why do Americans call hash a pound and not a hash? I don't know how to answer this question, TD. Your local uni has hourly bells on 2 places on campus. Do you live close to them, Exy? That sounds interesting. You can use local files. What are you talking about? Are you uploading my ringtone to iTunes? I hope I make money from it at least. 2-hour plane ride from Prague, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be somewhere like quite central, Zurich. I mean, it'll be basically full day on a Friday, because we don't do weekend stuff. So it'll be a full day Friday. So you could fly in either Friday morning, or you could fly in Thursday night, for example. We could go for like dinner or some drinks or something, and then have the event on the Friday, and then you could fly out in the evening, and then you'd still have your weekend at home. You actually call hash a hash unless it is on a phone, then it is pound. So context.
What is this? It's Microsoft Excel.
Excel.
Why?
Then you got the excellent Swiss train to get around. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to make a trip of it, obviously, right? Makes it confusing for us Brits. TD, you know, it's already confusing enough with your language. You've got like the whole biscuit, scone, crisp thing happening, where you call stuff just completely different names than anyone else on the planet does, you know. That's a lot of memes. Are you triggering these manually? Don't come at us.
Thank you for joining us as well.
Australian slang.
And for
Absolutely.
across the country.
You're totally right, Fractal. So the thing is, Friday's a bit of a betrayal. I'd prefer Saturday. We've always said that we will not do those events on weekends because that's your free time, and we don't want people to have to use their free time for that. We believe that companies should allow you to take that day for learning.
If you didn't want to play, then why'd you come to the party?
Exactly. Party pop.
Fine. I'll say I'm sorry.
No, be sincere.
I'm not going to apologize
I'm sorry.
for you,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
for your
I'm
company
sorry.
not giving you
I'm
a day
sorry.
off.
I'm sorry.
If they don't
sorry.
see the point in
I'm
you
sorry.
learning,
I'm sorry.
I'm
probably shouldn't
sorry.
stay
I'm
there.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Good, that's the one.
Probably. But anyway. So it'll be a Friday. I don't know dates though. Anyway, chat. So I made a theme, a Christmas theme. Do you all like these colors? I picked the color collection from Coolers. It's this cool color site that I use. It's called Coolers. Coolers.co. This site here. If you're interested in using it, go ahead. Totally free. So yeah, these are the colors. This is the palette that we're going to be using for our canvas. Now, this is the canvas I was talking about. This is the tool I was talking about. It's called Count. Count.co. Do I have a command for this? I don't even know. Do I have a count command? Well, Forex, you'd have to reserve in advance. You'd have to buy a ticket, like Measure Camp. Except the ticket costs $50. And your employer would hopefully pay for it. Because again, it's for a learning experience, and a whole day conference normally costs upwards of $500 in most cases. Anyway, I don't have a count command, or did I disable it? That's even worse. Anyway, you can just go to count.co. And they should know it came from me, so we'll stick a ref in there. Yeah, I wish I had. Anyway, they'll know. They'll know. It's fine. Not sponsored, like I said. But this is the canvas, and why the canvas is so cool is you can do cool stuff, right? You can do cool stuff. You can make all these cool design elements, like you can in Miro. It's the same thing, right? You can do all Miro stuff. You've got post-its. The canvas is huge, by the way, okay? Like, just for context, okay? This is zoom level 420%. I know. This is like, you can go all the way out to here, 2%. So this is the thing we were working on. It's just here. So you have plenty of space. You can do everything. Thanks for the good vibes, Workmat. And no, they do not go to a hardware device that is attached to my chair. Surly Dev floated a rumor recently about that. The send good vibes is virtual vibes only. They do not translate to any hardware device whatsoever. I'm not cheating at chess, okay? I promise. I don't even play chess. I mean, I do like to play chess, but I'm not playing chess. Definitely not going to the chair. No, they're not going to the chair. I promise. Count 1, 2, 3 sequel craze. Count from Sesame Street. Chair not bum. Yeah, I know. So, what am I trying to do? This is the plan. I want to find out what is the best couple? What is the best Christmas movie to watch as a couple? That's my question. That's what I'm trying to do. Getting to see Count in action. Yes, Fractal, I knew you'd be on board for that. The thing is, it's in my own self-interest, because once I finish the analysis, hopefully I'll finish it today on stream, then I'll have the material that I need and the understanding that I need to record another video. And then I can record another video. Because the videos are look back, right? The videos are always look back. Stream is while it's happening. I'm explaining what I'm doing, and if people want to see what I'm doing, then they can watch the stream and they can watch those 4 or 5 hours. But if someone doesn't want, if they want the condensed, super fast version, then they can watch the 3.5 to 5 minute version. I don't know how long the video will be. Easy, the one your partner wants to see. No. So my partner told me. I'll even do the intro. I'll even do the intro. let's do the intro.
Garbage.
Recently, my partner told me that she wanted to watch Elf as the perfect Christmas movie. I said there's only one perfect Christmas movie, and it's Die Hard. So of course we had a fight, and in the end, what we decided to do was answer it in the only way possible, using data. That's the intro. That's the intro to the video, something like that. Fractal, we always watch Die Hard every year. That's our couple Christmas movie. So there you go, you see? Basically, that's the answer. Elf or Die Hard? No. It'll be interesting to see if we get to Elf or Die Hard as an answer. That's what's interesting. Last time I spent Christmas with my parents, I introduced them to the Die Hard tradition. Very good. Sir, yes, Sir T. Drayson, how can I help you? Violent night.
May I ask a question?
Don't ask to ask, TD. You know the rule about that. Just ask. Don't ask to ask. Violent night. Final answer. So, you can all put in your predictions. Should we make a prediction? I don't know if I'll be finished with the analysis today. Thank you, Rugma. Should we make a prediction? I don't know. I don't know if I will finish this today. I was gonna say we could predict whether Elf comes out as the choice or not. What if I can't resolve the prediction? Huh. Okay. Anyway, so here's the plan. I have this sort of thing to do. So I can sort of go through questions.
Do you think dinosaurs are real?
Not anymore. Definitely not anymore. I saw a video. Sorry, I need to go off on a tangent. Chat. I saw a video, a short on YouTube from a guy, he's a scientist, okay? And he watched like this British quiz show. And the question in the quiz show was, where are the most pyramids? And he's like, if I answer this question, I'm going to become the most hated person in Great Britain. Because his answer would have been, for example, in a pyramid factory, where they make tiny souvenir pyramids. But then he's like, no, wait, actually, salt crystals are pyramidical. So anywhere where there's a ton of salt, like a salt mine, or my kitchen cupboard, which has tons of salt. It's like, this question, TD, is exactly like that question. Do you think dinosaurs are real? Not anymore, is my answer to that question. Now, you may hate me for answering it that way, but that's the real answer, is they're not real anymore. If you'd like to reformulate your question, you can do so. I'll allow it. Anyway, we have to get going, chat. I have an interview tomorrow morning, so I can't make this a long stream today, unfortunately. Because getting employed is kind of important to me. So what could best couples Christmas movie mean? So what things matter when looking at what makes it a good movie choice? I don't know, Forex, if a shark is still a dinosaur. I really don't know. Is a shark still a dinosaur? Chat, can we have someone answer this question? I don't have time right now. So, what kinds of things matter when thinking about what makes a good movie choice? For me, one of the things is runtime. Really long movies require a huge time investment. So for me, runtime is a significant factor. That matters. Aren't dead dinosaurs still real? But TD didn't say dead dinosaurs. Yeah, also brain power because of plot. Although a long movie could have a terrible plot theory. How about Koliak apps? I don't know, Fractal. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, so runtime is a factor. He didn't say living dinosaurs either. That's true. That's true. I mean, bearded dragon, is that a dinosaur? A lot of long movies have terrible plots. That makes sense.
Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. Thank you, McDonald's lady. That's originally from a McDonald's training movie, by the way. Just for the lulz. So runtime is important. The average rating of the movie. Average rating. Overall. That's obviously a factor. But what's also a factor is number of votes that gave the rating. I know this from my past analysis of the IMDb movie set, that some movies don't have a lot of votes, like 5. Oh, perfect 10, let's watch this. It has like 5 votes. Probably all the directors like friends or something. What else would be important? I think runtime is important, average rating overall is important, number of votes that gave the rating is important. Question, can you watch Wednesday on a day other than Wednesday? Yes, absolutely. Don't conform, Steffi. Don't let someone tell you what you can and can't do. You want to watch something like Wednesday on a Saturday? Do it. Don't let anybody stop you. Ugh, ads again. Sorry, chat. For those of you who aren't subbed. Runtime, average rating, number of votes. Yeah. Genre. Mix of genre. So is it like a pure... Is it pure Christmas movie? I don't know what genre Christmas movies will be. Will that be like romance? I don't even know yet. I watched an episode of Wednesday today. Amazing. Is there anything else we think is relevant, chat? I'll leave that open for you. Forex did an analysis for the Czech Republic, and out of the English language Christmas movies, Home Alone came out. On top? Okay. You killed your Netflix sub. It didn't make sense for the price anymore. Oh dear. Multiplier to it as it's personally recommended. Recommendations from friends. So qualitative support. Recommendations from friends. Thanks, Forex. Yeah, I got it from your text. All good. I don't know if we have that in the dataset though. That's the thing. I downgraded to the HD plan since all I ever did was watch on the iPad. Yeah, so we have the average rating overall, Steffi, and we have the number of votes that gave the rating. That's the IMDb ratings. Specific reviewers that you trust. Okay. Specific reviewers. So for example, if we have like a smaller data set at the end, we could go get like another data set to validate those choices, like top 5, and pick one from there. That could be a thing. Publication date, assuming that Christmas movies probably came out shortly before Christmas. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's an interesting angle. So publication date, as in time of the year, so like seasonality. But what's also interesting to look at is the age of the movie. How old is it? I don't have enough space here. So now this is like one of those things, right? Oh, I ran out of space. Okay. Well, that's not a thing. You never run out of space on this on a canvas, right? So you just take this stuff, you just drag it down, and then you just take this stuff here. You just highlight it, and then you just drag it down. And you see it has all the snapping and all that stuff that you want, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. So we go back to this. So I'll keep this a bit more left. So year of release. So like old versus new kind of thing. Also, Collaborative Rocker. Welcome back. Very good to see you, Collaborative Rocker. Style. Yeah, so I have genre. Mix of genre up here. Because IMDb has up to 3 genres per title. Home Alone, Carlick and oh, you mean Charlie and the Charlie Factory. 2005. 3, Love in Heaven, 2003. Number 4, Die Hard, 1988. That was the Czech analysis that you did. Interesting. Figma for noobs. Yeah, this is totally like Miro. It's like Miro, but less common. Love Actually. Oh, Love Actually. Okay, you auto-corrected. Come up with common Christmas themes and assign them a point value. The more themes in a movie, the greater the Christmas factor. Means nothing for the couple worthiness, of course. So that's the thing. What's the other thing to like think about is like Christmas themes. Will I be able to find in the data set something that is Christmas themed? I don't think so. Because in the data set, let me just show you. I have access to it here, obviously. That's the cool thing. For example, in name basics, I have... I'll show you. So I have... Oh, did I not include the... No, oh, hold on a second. Known for titles. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. So basically what I have is name basics. Name basics are basically actors and actresses. People who starred in films. Then I have the title basics, which has the original title, the primary title, all that kind of stuff. What genres it has. Whether it's an adult movie or not. Of course, maybe we should put adult in here as a flag. Is not adult. Because, let's be fair, I don't want to watch a Christmas porn. Runtime, but I don't have like plot items or something like that of the movie in the dataset, unfortunately.
Why?
So yeah, Yoast, that's quite difficult. But I have the ratings and the votes. Best Christmas movie, Die Hard. No data needed. Stream over. Good night. Good night, Jay Wilder. Thank you for your input. I know a lot of votes are for, for Die Hard. Style is more like how it was shot. Older films have different feel than new ones. Take Polar Express, for example. Yeah, so we can look at like age, maybe decade of when the movie was produced or something like that. Same man, good to catch you again. Haven't been able to join your streams often over the past weeks. Difficult, stressful time in the job. That's no problem, Collaborative Rocker. I have not been streaming, so you didn't really miss much. You were thinking themes like Santa costume, family reunion, Christmas tree, German terrorist falling from a tall building, etc. Yeah, those are all Christmas themes. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Movies that are older could rank higher since they've had longer time to become a tradition. Yeah, that's actually funny, Yost, that older movies actually don't have a lot of votes. That's something that I found in the video. So if you want to watch the video, this is the video about finding the perfect horror movie. I'm not looking to replicate the same analysis. I'm looking to do an analysis for the perfect Christmas movie. So yeah. Anyway, TD, you're kidding. You've never seen Die Hard. TD, you need to go watch it now. Like, if you haven't seen Die Hard, that's a bannable offense in this channel. You need to go watch Die Hard, TD. You got New Shepherd's Pie. That's good. Very good. Very glad to hear. Ooh, a 9gag link. I shall not be opening that without checking whether it's safe for work first. Oh, that's the roast. Time him out for 2 hours and 6 minutes. Time enough to watch Die Hard. Jay Walter, that's actually genius. Time someone out long enough so that they can go watch the movie. Yeah, now while you eat your shepherd's pie, you can watch Die Hard. Exactly. So, Forex has a friend who has not seen The Matrix, Lord of the Rings, or Pulp Fiction. Oh no, you hit Fractal? No! I'm sorry, Fractal. Rugmat hit you. Rugmat hit you with Thor's hammer. Oh dear. So, okay, so we have 9 factors. Publication date, which is time of the year, seasonality. Year of release, old versus new. Oh, there was something we forgot here. Is not adult. Did we forget something? I don't know if did we forget something, chat? I feel like we might have forgotten something. Let me just check chat. No respect for the classics. I stopped watching Game of Thrones after a while. I haven't seen most of it. I don't really care. Cancel me if you want. I really don't care. Come up with common Christmas themes and assign them a point value. So we could, in theory, come up with our own Christmas theme and score movies against it. Like, we could come up with a Christmas theme, like a thing, and say, okay, if we get down to like 30 movies, we could then give them a score between 0 and 1 of how Christmassy we think they are, or 0 and 100 or whatever. That's a possibility. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, what concerns do we have, chat? Obviously, you all interrupting me is always a concern, so you don't need to bring that one up. Thank you very much. So one thing I have a concern about is IMDb a good source of public opinion? Like, if we're using all the data from IMDb, does it make sense? Like, is that a good source for us to rely on? Fundamentally, I think it's okay for choosing these kinds of really broad, high-level choices, like best horror movie, best Christmas movie. I think if you wanted to find like a niche movie for a specific use case, I think that would be a lot more difficult to use IMDb for. Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, but I don't think Rotten Tomatoes has a data set. I don't know if they have that. Oh, there is one. But you probably can't join it to the Kaggle one. You probably can't join it to the IMDb one. Because... Oh, those are critics. Oh, they even scraped it. 2020, it's already 2 years old. Movie review dataset. Scraping Rotten Tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. So everyone's gone to like... Rotten Tomatoes. Do they have a data source? Critics... Where is it? Critic submission. Publications. Top critics. Critic resources. What is this? Kicking off your career. What is this? Is there... Don't they have like a... Don't they have a thing of like... Data? Don't they have like a data thing? Maybe not. IMDb is open, and Rotten Tomatoes probably not. How about going over the big stats? ChatGPT? No. No! No AI! No AI. I actually just asked ChatGPT what Christmas themes in Die Hard are. Mixed results. Here's Bruce Willis explaining that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I don't mind, 4X, what people say about their movies. Anyway, so selection bias, I think it's not a problem, to be honest. I think it's a very, very, very distributed data set. I don't think that problems. What's more of a problem, especially around the Christmas theme, is the so-called Semmelweis reflex. This is the tendency to reject new evidence that contradicts an existing belief. So I believe that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. However, it may be that in our analysis, Die Hard doesn't come out as a Christmas movie. And I would reject everything in that analysis because Die Hard isn't in it. And that's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Will my personal preference in newer movies allow me to accept a result that goes against this? I prefer newer movies to older ones. So I have to be careful of that, but I'm aware of it, so it's okay. I was concerned about survivorship bias. So if you don't know about survivorship bias, there's a really great example during World War II with planes that returned from battle, and they concentrated. So basically, you have a plane returns from battle with all of these bullet markers here, and logically, someone's like, oh, well, we should reinforce these parts. That's where all the bullet holes are. The problem is, what you're missing is that these planes are the ones that returned. The ones that crashed didn't have enough reinforcement in the other areas. Big brain stuff. So basically, survivorship bias, survival bias, logical error of concentrating on entities that passed a selection process while overlooking those that did not. So that's in this context about if we rule something out early on, it might prove fatal later. They query all their data with right joins. That's exactly the problem, TD. Jay Walter asked ChatGPT, what are the 5 best Christmas movies to watch as a couple? Elf is only number 4. Interesting. Do you get box office sales? No, I don't have box office sales, unfortunately. Cat! So nice to see you, Cat. How are you doing, Cat? Cat is also a streamer, people.
I'm still a bit adapting to a couple of things because my friends is going to leave for Milan because she's going to start working there, and because I'm not really, I'll just leave it like this because I have like to finish doing something, so I need to process. What clip is this, Cat? Because I still have like my knee still a bit fucky.
That's That's an old clip. Clip hygiene is very important on Twitch. T. Drayson knows that. Jay Walter knows that. Everybody else of the Claw knows that. Speaking of which, T. Drayson, have a lovely evening. Thank you, sir, for stopping by. You don't know anyone who's been eaten by a shark. That's good, 4X. I'm glad. It's very good. So I don't have box office sales, but we could... Why would that be important? So here's the thing. I don't think box office sales are relevant to the question of what is the best Christmas movie. So there are 9 factors to concentrate on. Can we not do any of these? I think this one is very difficult. I'm gonna put a stamp on this one. I'm worried about that one because I don't think that we're gonna have any data to support qualitative recommendations. That is my assumption. I really need to get my backside in gear and sort out my streaming setup again. I've just got so much anxiety about it all now. So you know, Dino, let me give you an example of something, okay? You see this bar on the right? You see this vertical bar? I don't like how it looks, okay? It's been driving me crazy ever since I rebuilt the stream. It's been driving me crazy. I hate how it looks. I have an idea for how I want to change it, but I also know that I don't have the time to change it right now. So I live with it. I accept it. I accept the way that it is, because I also accept that the reason that people come here, I like to believe at least, is to watch me and not some fancy shenanigan overlays or some cool effects or the lights changing or the fact that you can time out other people in chat. Unfortunately, a lot of people focus a lot on the aesthetics of the stream. Go watch any of the top 20 streamers. Their overlays are absolute garbage. XQC doesn't even have overlays. It's like side-facing webcam. I mean, come on. It's because they command an audience in their own way, right? They are emitting something that is interesting for certain audiences. So it isn't about the wrapping, if you want to take a present analogy, because it's Christmas time soon. It's not about the wrapping, it's about what's inside the box. And today is a gift, that's why it's called the present. Anyway, so don't get hung up on that, Dino. Don't get hung up on setup and shenanigans and all that stuff. Focus on what makes you happy. What do you want to do on stream? What's the content you want to produce? I want to find out what the best Christmas movie for us would be. That's why I'm doing it today. No other reason. If no one's interested in that, if the 12 people sitting here don't like it, they can leave. I really don't care. It's about doing things that you enjoy, and you will naturally attract the people who are interested, and they will watch you because they watch you enjoying something that you do. I promise you that. Oh, that was good timing with the music. Someone should clip that. Content and entertainment is more than an overlay. I come here because socializing helps stave off an onset of madness stemming from my wife being away for so long. Too much? No, not too much. This is a safe space, Yost.
What are the odds?
The odds are whenever someone writes Michael, then that meme plays. Oh, 4X, you've written a Christmas song. Jingle bells on this Christmas day. Content and entertainment is more than an overlay. Hey, it's the heart and soul of everything we do, bringing joy and laughter and a sense. Oh wait, and a sense of wonder too. Oh, it's double. From movies and TV shows to games and music to content and entertainment brings us all together as we celebrate the season in a world that's full of cheer. So let us all give thanks for the joy it brings, and may our hearts be filled with the magic of the season. Is this ChatGPT writing a song for you? It feels like ChatGPT. As we sing our Christmas carols and enjoy the entertainment that surrounds us this special day, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Good night to you, Forex. Just GPT. Thank you for the boost. I really should get it started. Christmas break may bring your return. That sounds lovely, Dynamite. I'm here. I'm gonna go visit my parents for a couple days, but I am fundamentally here. So, now we get into the nitty-gritty part. What is the process here? How do we find the best movie? Well, the first thing to do is we need to do some sanity checks, right? You'll forgive me for not reading out your ChatGPT submissions. Thank you, Yost. We need to do some basic checks first. We need to check the data set, probably join some stuff together. Then we need to produce a clean data frame that we can work for, and then do some findings. And then dig deeper on those findings, and then we can filter to the right movie. So let's get started with surface basic insights and do some sanity checks. This is how the canvas works. Fractal, are you still here, by the way? This is how the canvas works. You can take a cell. You can just do like this, right? You can just plop a cell in here, and you can execute your code. So you can write select star, whatever. Select star from title basics, for example, as T, or TA, for example. Limit 100. And then you get this. You get like a data frame, kind of, right? And then with this data frame, also you can alias this. I'll come back to that in a second. With this data frame, okay, you can create a visual. I could say, for example, genre, and then sum of is adult. And it will create a visual for me, depending what is adult is. What even is it? Is adult? Is adult 0? Oh, that's not a good one. Sorry, we're gonna do is adult, no function. And we're gonna do primary title. And then we'll do a count. Distinct. I want this to be a dimension. Is that not working? We could flip them. Interesting. But anyway, you can make visuals according to this. You can also like choose here. You can like change the style of the visual depending what's supported. So for example, is adult is maybe not the best example. Count is adult, and then no, that's not good. Oh, actually, that's right, because it's a limited. Sorry, I limited it to 100. Sorry, my bad. So you go here now. Oh, this is a good point. So this auto updates from this cell because they're linked. You see this arrow in between? That means they're linked, so it auto updates. So if I do count is adult, it's going to tell us how many adult movies are in the total data set. And this is like a big number. It's a little bit slow. 9.4 million. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. And if we count, if we go to tconst and we do a count of tconst, tconst is like the identifier for the movie. So we'll get two numbers here. And we can see what percentage the adult movies are of total. Because I'm actually kind of curious whether there's that many adult movies. Oh yeah, so what I could do in order to display two titles is make another mark. So this one is text, and this one is text. So X, I'm gonna have the, hold on one sec. Count tconst is the total number. And then we're gonna do is adult. Sorry, I know you can't see that. One second, I have to move myself up here. Is that better? See, this is like the problem. If I go over here, the line is like cutting me, which is really annoying. Super annoying. Like if I put my face like over here, it's always cut off, you know? So I can't use the left side. Anyway. So, just came back with a couple and we're talking about adult movies. What kind of Christmas film are you watching? That's the whole point. I want to avoid adult movies. So yeah, here. So for example, you can get, you can create, I'm not doing this very well, but you can create an analysis where you can see the difference between the two. Anyway, so you can see a lot of adult movies. Too many. But basically what we should do is we should do some basic checks. Like here, right? Basic sanity checks. So for example, we can do most of those in SQL itself. We don't need to visualize them necessarily. Case when start year is null, then 1, else 0. End as start year check. Then we're gonna do count star. I know that tconst, by the way, I know that tconst is unique because the database is in Postgres and I set this as a unique key. So I don't need to worry about distinct counts here. I do need to worry about my group by, because I will forget that. Group by 1, oh, order by, oh, we don't need an order. So here's the answer. For example, we can see already there's a problem. There's 1 point, I'm sorry, how many is this? 1.2 million movies don't have a start year in them. That's quite a sizable amount of the data set. So one of the things we wanted to look at was, you remember, one of the things we wanted to look at, so for example, year of release and publication date, they both rely on that. So 1.2 million records don't have that. But don't forget, this is based on the entire data set. And one thing that we have to remember is that we're not only looking at movies here, we're also looking at TV shows. So we have to look at the so-called title type. So if we do title type, we can actually see the distribution. And this is a good one to chart. So here, for example, oh, I don't want to read all the numbers. I'm lazy. I don't want to read all the numbers. I can't see which one is the highest. Okay, I'll just make a chart. Boom, I can see already. TV episodes, 7.1 million records. Shorts, 900,000. Movie, 628,000. Video, 267,000. TV series, 235,000. So already I can see the entire data set is basically composed of TV episodes. So if I restrict myself, if I only say where title type equals movie, do we want short? Do we also... Oh, I forgot. I didn't snooze the ad. Oh! Sorry, chat. Do we also want shorts? Do we think shorts could also be Christmas relevant? Maybe. Maybe they could. You see it's auto-updating? There we go. So we have 900,000 shorts and 628,000 movies. That's pretty good. Now we can check again. How bad is the whole start year problem? Is that a big deal? Oh yeah, sorry. This is not title type anymore. This is start year check. No function. Sorry for the ad, for those of you getting it. So there's 1.4 million. 1.4 million with start year, and there's 112,000 without a start year. What about end year? What about end year? I'm just gonna leave it called start year because I don't care. They all have an end year. Interesting. Oh no, none of them have. None of them have an end year. Okay, so result from that is, this is kind of the cool thing, right? So I can start noting down learnings while I'm doing this outside of code, but still in the same canvas. So I can make a little sticky note. I can say, for example, so title type, I can even copy this if I wanted to. That's the first thing. Second thing is, we're going to use start year is mostly not null. Right? So I can note down these learnings in the same place that I'm doing the analysis. Fight Club is probably a Christmas movie because of its plot and atmosphere. The film takes place during the winter season, contains many Christmas elements. This is ChatGPT-3, by the way. Definitely GPT. The plot of the film also revolves around a group of friends who work together to help one of their own, which is a typical theme of Christmas films. During the Christmas season, people often try to help others strengthen relationships with their loved ones, which is also an important part of the plot of Fight Club. Yeah. So you make a good point here, Forex. So we've discovered a couple things which is simple in the data set. Let's dive into the whole genre thing. Like, what is Christmas? What is a Christmas genre? Let's look at genres. So if we look at the distribution of genres, this is kind of one of the things that I did as part of my video before. I already kind of know what the problem is here. So we have a field called genres. And the thing is that that field has 3 genres in it. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. So we should look up case when genre is null, then 1, else 0, end as check. How bad is this problem? Ooh, 71,000 movies without a genre. Should we discard ones that don't have a genre? Because we don't know how to classify them, if they're going to be a Christmas movie or not? It would probably make sense to discard them. Actually. Would make sense. Filter out titles without genre. So basically, where I do a little trick here. You don't need to do this. And genres is not null. I know that my formatting is not very nice. I'll fix it. Okay, so we have genres are back on track. So if we do a split part genres, we want the first bit And the separator is comma as genre 1, I think. Text integer unknown. Text integer unknown. Why isn't that working? Split part. Postgres. It would probably end up being that most of the Christmassy movie is the one that's most played on streaming platforms during Christmas season because that implies self-selection. Yeah, see, but I don't want that. I don't want to self-select. I want to pick a perfect Christmas movie based on the attributes of the movie, not whether other people are watching it. String delimiter position. Oh, oops. String delimiter position. Yeah, here we go. Look, you can plot this now too. So we can see the distribution of all of the genres, which is kind of cool actually. We can flip this, it's a bit easier to read. Drama, 300, half the titles in this data set are drama. Wow. It's quite shocking actually. Drama, comedy, documentary, short, action, animation, horror. The question is, can we define Christmas purely based on the genre? Can we do that? That's difficult, isn't it? What is Christmas in terms of a movie? I mean, your GPT thing was quite interesting, Forex, because it's talking about winter season containing many Christmas elements and the plot of the movie. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the plot of the movie. We don't have access to the plot of the movie. But we could argue that there are some genres that could not be Christmas movies. So for example, let's just do one thing first. So we want to split genres into 3. That's something we'll have to do. I'm going to copy that. Must split genres into 3 fields. So we'll definitely keep that. Keep that little code snippet for us. Oh, interesting. What about doing analysis over the subtitles? We also don't have subtitles available. So what we have is the IMDb movie set. That's assuming the movie even has a plot. Blue Squid, welcome back. Nice to see you again. That is assuming the movie has a plot.
He's making a database. He's sorting it twice. Select from contacts where behavior equals nice sequel clause is coming to town.
That's right, sequel clause is coming to town. Thank you, Karen. That's actually a sweater I wanted to get. It's actually a sweater I wanted to buy. But yeah, we can split out the genres and we can see actually the permutations. But what is interesting is the following. This is something I found last time too. So if we eliminate genre 1 and 3, if we just look at, for example, how many movies have a second genre in them? Genre 2. So you can actually see there's a ton of nulls. Null. See that? Empty. And we can do the same with genre 3. This will update. It will tell me genre 2 is wrong, which is fine. How are you doing, Blue Squid? It's good to see you again. Genre 3, even more extreme. Look at this. Most of them are null. 1.1 million records. Null. No third genre. And so I think what we could do is we could exclude some. We could exclude genres purely based on the fact that we don't want them from the get-go. So we could say genres is not null. And what are the genres that we have to deal with? Not like. And then we should say not like. We should just say we don't want them. What are all the genres? Let's see what we have. Why is this doing weird stuff? I could just do a distinct here without a group by. And this will give us a list of genres. Oh, whoops, I already had the filter condition. Sorry. Okay, so these are the genres. No, don't execute the code yet. So these are the genres that we have. There's not that many actually. So we could say we don't want. What is definitely not Christmas? Crime. I wonder if it makes sense. Crime. Crime. Documentary is probably not going to be Christmassy. Crime might be a Christmas movie. Explain yourself, Dino. How could crime be a Christmas theme? What would film noir be? Violent Night, Die Hard. See, the thing is, I don't think Die Hard is classified. Home Alone is crime. No way. I don't believe it. You want to see? This is This is selection bias. They involve crime, but you see, Home Alone is classified as comedy family. They involve crime, but they're not classified as a crime movie. You want to see a crime movie? Top 50 crime movies. Crime movies. Wednesday. Wait, are these only TV? No. Violent Night, yes. Action, comedy, crime. Lethal Weapon is crime. Mm-hmm. Violent Night is a Christmas movie. By any reasonable definition, Violent Night would be a Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. Hudson Hawk is also not flagged as crime, even though it's about a cat burglar stealing Da Vinci. Oh, wow. Okay. Bad Santa is crime. Okay. 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 You have me convinced. We will leave crime in there. We will leave crime in the dataset. But documentary we shall remove. Personally, I don't think biography is a good format for Christmas. That's just a personal choice for us. I don't think that's a good choice. Film noir. How would I describe and understand film noir? What is film noir? Film noir. What is film noir? Ah, okay. That's not so Christmassy. No. Definitely not. Film noir. It's more about the style, not the content. I've changed my mind. The perfect Christmas movie is Terry Pratchett's Hogfather. Macabre. Interesting reasoning, Forex. Okay. Not game show. Because that's, well, it's not Christmassy, in my opinion. History? Ooh, that's tricky. Could history be a Christmas movie? Let's think about it. What kind of movies do we have that are history? What kind of stuff is history? The Crown, Babylon, Northman, I hadn't heard of that. Oppenheimer, Vikings. Yeah, this is probably not a good Christmas movie theme. Yeah, no. I think we're gonna take history out. I'm sorry. So something has occurred to me. The position of the genre might be relevant. The Night Before Christmas. Music? What's music? Hold on a second. Music as a genre? Is that like Back to the Streets? Music movies. Weird Al Yankovic story. Elvis 2022. I Want to Dance with Somebody. Okay, I could see that. Whiplash. I could see those as being I could see those as being Christmas movies. Ultimately, they're quite happy movies. Dirty Dancing, Pitch Perfect. I don't know, chat. Spirited is a music. Yeah, but not talking about musical. Talking about music. But I think we'll leave it in. Mystery is okay. Mystery is okay. News, we definitely want to take out. We want to take out reality TV as well. Reality TV. Surprised that's still in there, but okay. Romance, sure. Sci-fi, why not? Could science fiction... Is science fiction too polar opposite from Christmas? That's the question. Can you imagine a sci-fi Christmas movie? Is there such a thing? Like Avatar. Could that be a Christmas movie? Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. I'm sure they'll celebrate Christmas on Mars when we get there. If we get there, because we might destroy ourselves first, Blue Squid. Manifest? Okay, that's TV shows. Spend Christmas in Brazil is a sci-fi. There's actually a movie called Christmas on Mars. Of course there is, Blue Squid. Of course. For me, like, okay, if you think of something like Interstellar, that's quite sci-fi-y. I don't see how that could be a Christmas movie. Brazil got copy past a... What? Brazil got... Spend Christmas in Brazil. Got copy paste happy. I might have to take a decision on that one. Personally, I think sci-fi is not the right choice for the environment of Christmas. Even if there are sci-fi Christmas movies, maybe it's not the right vibe. I'm gonna exclude sport because it's just not something that fits the vibe. We're gonna exclude talk show. How can an entire movie be a talk show, but okay. We're gonna exclude war. That's a executive decision. And I think we'll leave the other ones in. So what we have in the end are adventure, animation, comedy, crime, drama, family, fantasy, horror, music, musical, mystery, romance, short, thriller, western. Those are all the possibilities for genres. The film is called Brazil by Terry Gilliam. It's a Christmas film. I meant sorry as you got copy-paste happy. Oh, okay. No problem. So the thing is, right, to remember, is that each movie on IMDb gets classified to 3 genres. You just watched the trailer for Fat Man with Mel Gibson, and now I want to watch it, okay? Brazil is a Christmas movie. Okay. Terry Gilliam. How come I don't find it? Oh, right, director. Sorry, those are the actors. Mm-hmm. This is a Christmas movie? Bureaucrat in a dystopic society becomes an enemy of the state as he pursues the woman of his dreams. What makes this a Christmas movie? Robert De Niro's in this? Oh! Christmas time setting. Interesting. Interesting. Well, here's the thing. Me finding out you don't know about Brazil is like you finding out TD didn't watch Die Hard. Sorry. This was 2 years before I was born. Anyway, so, okay, here's the thing, right? This is rated as a genre, okay? This is drama sci-fi. So in our current criteria, it would get excluded. However, what I think I want to do is convert this to a list and exclude it based on the first genre position. Because I think the first genre position is what tends to be the most accurate for the movie. Let me show you what I found about this. Genre definitions, here it is. Pretty Woman on our TV a few times on Christmas Eve. Pretty Woman. Okay. Pretty woman walking down the street. Comedy romance. Why not? When did it come out? When was it released? June 1st, 1990. Definitely not seasonality of Christmas. Interesting. Huh. Edward Scissorhands. I don't think it's classified as sci-fi. I don't think it's classified as sci-fi. Nope. Drama, fantasy, romance. Not science fiction in that sense. So the thing is, right? This is how IMDb does it, okay? There is a thing about objective versus subjective genres. Objective genres are not influenced by personal feelings or opinions in considering representing facts. Objective genres are hard-coded to the set rules of our guidelines. Then you have subjective genres are common in most modern films and may be influenced by viewer opinion, interpretation, points of view, emotions, and judgment. So if we go to, for example, which one were we talking about? Sci-fi.
Like and subscribe. Bye!
Thank you. Pretty Woman. Practically a movie about a hooker that a rich man subscribes to and gets a discount with the volume of hours ordered. Sci-fi. Numerous scenes and or the entire background for the setting of the narrative should be based on speculative scientific discoveries or developments, environmental changes, space travel, or life on other planets. Very subjective. So Edward Scissorhands doesn't fulfill those conditions because the narrative isn't based on speculative scientific discoveries. The entire show is about a man who was got scissors for hands, which is not like a speculative science discovery. I mean, you could have scissors for hands if you want. I can go get a pair of scissors now and just replace my hands. I don't think that's like, yeah, so I see the point about that. It's still subjective. This whole thing is subjective. The entire analysis is subjective, chat. Of course, but the point is, it's more fantasy than sci-fi. Exactly, Blue. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. 1964. Adventure comedy family. What's the overarching theme of the story? Is it about Mars? See, it takes place on Earth. Yeah, Yost mentioned this one. Martians begin an expedition to Earth to kidnap the one and only Santa Claus. While on Earth, they kidnap two lovely children. The Martians then take Santa Claus back to Mars with them. Blah, 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 blah. This actually could be a Christmas movie. Adventure, comedy, family, fantasy, sci-fi. See, this one has 5 genres, right? But these last 2 won't appear in our data set. And we can check. We can check this particular movie. This is what's also cool. So I can drag in another thing here. Title basics. I can be like, okay, where t-const equals this. You can just look at it. Just look at the movie. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. 81 minutes. Adventure, comedy, family. Exactly. Adventure, comedy, family. The other 2 here, they don't get... They're not part of the data set, basically. But anyway, so what I think, chat, is that we should exclude based on the first position of genre. It's not something I did in the horror analysis, but it's something that I think we should do for this one because we are actively taking a decision about the genre to influence the overarching theme of Christmas. So I would actually say that we should say, and genres is not null, and genre 1, or whatever it's going to be called, not in. And we're going to make a list, just like Santa does. Biography, documentary, film noir. And when I finish this, we're going to have a short break. I'm going to run an ad, and then I'm going to come back. Game show, history, news, reality TV, sci-fi. But I think it's great that we're all contributing to this. This is like a community one. Sport, talk show. Oh, I can publish the canvas after and you can all go take a look at it, by the way. Even with just view rights, you can explore the analysis. Humbug. The tagline pretty much says it is. Blast off for Mars with Santa and a pair of Earth kids. Science fun fiction at its height. Elman. Oh, thank you for the... Thanks for spotting that, Blue. Film noir war. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. So I'm gonna say we don't want We don't want filtered out titles without genres, and we also don't want genre 1 to be weird. Be any of those non-Christmassy ones, basically. Okay, ad time. I'll be right back. You can look at the new bunny room stuff that I built. You'll see it on the side. Hello chat and welcome back. Okay, this track is a bit noisy. I may have gotten myself a little snack.
Yeah, the bunnies were a little bit asleep. And, the bunnies were a little bit asleep and I investigated. But yeah, so the thing on the side of the bunny room, the big, wooden thing, I got it, for free from a neighbor. It's an IKEA unit that normally comes with, shelves.
Thank you, Dr. Dynamite. NXC. So in the IKEA unit that comes with drawers, And I took out all the drawers and all the metal and basically made it into a little hutch for them. And they love it. Absolutely love it. So, running out of time, chat. I have to go to bed early today because I have an interview in the morning and I want to be fresh and alert. So, so the code, we're going to get to the clean frame after, but basically this would be the distribution then. Thank you, Fractal. Anna Lust. That's because I have just the most raging... I'm not going to say it. I'm very excited about data. The office, this is the best part. The interview is literally 3 minutes walk from my house. You don't even need to zoom out in Google Maps. That's how close it is. So what I was curious about was, assuming that genre 1 is filtered like this, are there any movies anymore that even have a third genre or a second genre? So what we can do is just do a case when. Here, case when split part genre to blah 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 is or not equal to empty, then 1, else 0, end, genre 2. We'll do the same thing for genre 3, but we're just going to replace everything here. 3, genre 3. Okay, so you see now, this is the distribution. And now what I can do is do a count. And then do a group by 1, 2, 3. Ah, made a typo. Come on. Okay. What this is going to now show me, this is really cool. I can make a good visual for this. I want a pivot table. And then I want hold on a second. Pivot, yeah. I want genre 3 no function and genre 2 no function. I don't want the total count. I don't need that. And then I want, is it facet? Hold on. Facet. And I want the count. Is that called, did I call it count? I think I called it count. Crap, not Y. X? No. Color. See, configuring these sometimes is a bit finicky. Size? Oh, hold on a second. I did something weird. I think it's in the facet. No. Here it is. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I know it looks a bit weird, but I just wanted it to compare. Fill available space, resize to fit. Oh, that's not good. I should make this a lot bigger. Fill available space. Oh, it's obviously, hold on. Can I pivot this the other way? No, that's worse. We'll make it longer. What I was curious about is whether there's certain genres, like comedy is the main genre, is there like a huge... How do I say this? Is there a huge percentage of films that then don't have a second or third genre? Actually, what we could do... We could do the same thing with the first one. I just realized. Because I don't care which ones they are. Forgot a comma, sorry. Probably going to destroy my chart. Fine, we'll get rid of it. I could not imagine doing this on stream for 600 people. Really couldn't. So here are the permutations. Oh. That's interesting. So, okay, I'm off the chill piano. We're going to the normal chill playlist, chat. If it's not empty, it's 1. Not equal to empty is 1. So, 111 is the best scenario. 234,000. 110, 541,000. And only one genre, 400,000. Okay. Not great. Oh. Well, Rugmap, the chill playlist should be pretty similar. Just not only piano. Just need a bit of variety in my ear. Okay, so this is one query we could take with. We could make a little with here. We could say with base. And then we could do... I know it's very dirty, but we can basically say select star from base. And then we can do here, we could do case when genre 1 equals 1. Oh wait, we could do the sum. Do I care about the position? Yeah, I care about the position. So case when genre 1 equals 1. And genre 2 equals 1. And genre 3 equals 1. Then... Why am I doing, like, mixed case here? It's kind of annoying. A little bit concerning. Case when genre 1 equals 1. And genre 2 equals 1, and genre 3 equals 0, then first 2. Case when... Oh yeah, okay. And then we'll call it else first only. Okay. End as cases, and then we do, this was count, we call it as total movies, total titles, and then we do total titles. I don't think we need to group anymore. Do we need to group? What does it know like here? Oh, I put a comma after the case width. This is why you shouldn't write shoddy code, chat. That's the reason. No other reason. Okay. So this, we can now name this cell. We can call it filled genres or something like that. You can even hide the code. You can just have this thing here, like that. Every time you change your database, every time you change stuff in the database, this will auto-update, which is really cool. Okay. Runtime. Runtime, chat. Let's clone this. So we have the same conditions. Let's look at runtime. What are your thresholds? How well does it handle integration with cloud warehouses? What do you mean, Fractal? So the moment I'm on Elephant SQL, which is a free tier, performance-wise, fine. Obviously, BigQuery and stuff like that is way better performance. Are you saying like from a performance standpoint? I mean, look, I don't work for them, so I can't tell you like super details, but from my experience of working with the tool, also with BigQuery test data set and stuff like that, never had an issue at all. The only issues I've had have been in the tool itself about like filtering or something like that, being like actual bugs in the tool. Because all it's doing is it's taking your code and it's wrapping it in SQL and executing it on the database. With Data Eco, you're having performance issues with Snowflake. Because of the way that Data Eco is executing the queries. Interesting. Or okay, so we're gonna call this runtime. Get rid of this. Runtime minutes. Group by 1. Sorry, this went out of the frame a little. I didn't want that. Can make a little title here. Initial learnings. I'm gonna make that size 32. You think so? Okay. I mean, if you can give more insight into that, be interesting. But I've never worked with Data Eco before. I've worked with Snowflake quite a bit. Not as much as the other warehouses, but I was very impressed with Snowflake, actually. But it's expensive. Very expensive. Okay. So, this is a great place to do a plot. Because we have runtime from 0 to something. I don't know what the max is. Whatever. We can see that some of them don't have runtime. 411,000 don't have runtime. Let's do a scatter plot or something. Let's see what it suggests. What does it suggest? Oh yeah, scatter. Total titles, runtime minutes. So, is there a functional reason for the 1 equals 1? Or is it just you don't have to remember to add, remove, and from the first line? That's the exact reason for it. It also means I can turn off the where. I can turn off the query. in this particular situation with count, because I'm using Elephant SQL and it only allows a maximum of 5 concurrent connections on the free plan, I can turn off the where condition, which doesn't return any data, which means it doesn't refresh automatically in the background anymore, from what I understand, but it's also formatting purposes. Just curious because this tool looks real nice to work with for exploratory ad hoc. I think there's no need anymore to have traditional BI tools because you can also create dashboards in here. There's nothing stopping you from creating a traditional dashboard frame because you have all the controls you need. You know, you can have, for example, here, you can have a toggle. You can have a toggle which is like week over week analysis or month over month, right? And you could give people a toggle that they toggle on and off for that type of analysis. You can give them a date picker. You can give them validation stuff. All like you can dynamic, for example. So from, for example, my filled genres, I can ask them to pick one of the cases that we came up with. It will dynamically populate this every time. I can give them a filter. I can say, okay, you have filled genres, and now you can filter based on what filters you want. Where cases contains blah, blah, blah. So basically you have all the functionality of a traditional dashboard, which is not limiting in any way. Everything will be auto update. You can schedule refreshes. You can set the dashboard to be static, that only it updates at intervals and all that kind of stuff. The difference is that during the exploratory phase and ad hoc phase, where you're kind of going through different questions before you might create a dashboard product, the whole requirements engineering part, you can do that all together. So that, you know, someone from like UX can come in, they have a ton of templates, right? But basically you can come in, you can say, someone wants to know what the timeline for the project is. You can do that here. Here's your Gantt chart. No need to do everything separately in Miro anymore. You can just you can get rid of Miro and use this as your whiteboarding tool. I would. I'd get rid of Miro. If you had Miro and you wanted count, get rid of Miro. You don't need it anymore. It has basically the same functionality. There's a couple stuff it doesn't have, obviously, but I think that's like the way to go, right? You can drag and drop images, you can do all kinds of cool stuff, and they have stuff that you aren't able to do in other places, like a metric tree, right? Where you can actually show where a metric is derived from. You can start with like a high-level metric and you can break it down into smaller metrics and then into even smaller metrics. This is like really typical for like OKR or stuff like that. And it's just really powerful. It's super powerful. And contrary to Miro, when you get a lot of stuff in the canvas, it doesn't like break down, which is really good because one of my Miro boards that we used in our startup, it took like 20 seconds to load. It was insane. So like here, right? This chart isn't telling us much because there's a ton of nulls. And there's one title up here that's like totally skewed. So we're gonna take out the ones that don't have a runtime. So runtime is not empty. And there's a really weird thing here. There's something that has a runtime of 59,000 minutes. What the heck is that? If I want to know, this is what's cool, right? So if I want to know, I could add tconst here into my query, tconst, because I really want to know what that is. What has a runtime of 60,000 minutes? Hold on a second. 60,000 mins in hours. That's 1,000 hours. Yeah, what is that? Let's find out. So group by 1, 2. This is great. It doesn't change this at all. It doesn't change my visualization, right? Because I'm still counting the same things. I've just added another dimension in the background, right? But what I can do now is take this tconst and drag it into the label. And then, what did it do here? Total titles. Maybe I need to do like a sum. No function. Count. Total titles. What happened here? Why did it change? Probably a yoga meditation movie. Also, hi Rick. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you again. Number of total titles. I don't know what happened here. Something weird happened. I don't know why it changed. Runtime minutes. I don't want any functions on that. Why is it only showing me now, like, why is the runtime binned or something? It's kind of weird. I don't know why it did that. Oh, this is a good point for this. So if you're wondering why something looks the way it is, you can just click this button here. It's just under my head. It's just here. There's a button called Show Table, and it will show the underlying table if you don't have access to the table. Ah, because because we added we added tconst. Yeah. Top 250 by runtime shows Gone with the Wind is 238 minutes. Okay, so we definitely have to find out what it is. So we're gonna do runtime minutes, count stars, total titles. I don't know, can you search for top runtime? Longest movie. It's probably this one, isn't it? 48 hours. No, that's not correct. Combination of Gone with the Wind and Inception. Blue Squid, you got it. 100. It's just called 100? Hold on a second. I'll find it. If I do runtime minutes and then just do tconst and then just do order by 1 descending. Oh, yeah, order by 1 descending. It's a hand-drawn artwork. Oh, you found the tconst already. Thank you. Alright. So what's cool about IMDb is you can do imdb.com/ and then TT. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on a second. You should be able to. 100, 2019. Longest movie in the world. Ah, yeah, title / TT. Thank you, Blue. Longest movie in the world. I watched the whole movie in one day. The film was too short, to be honest. $991 hours. I think it's safe to say we could probably exclude this movie. It's going to get excluded later based on votes anyway. It's only got 32 votes. So yeah, it's probably going to get excluded anyway. But yeah, basically, so if we do group by 1, and then we do count star as total titles. Then what you end up with is a scatter plot. Now the scatter plot is useful to show distribution of titles. So we want to do filter where runtime minutes is not empty and runtime minutes is less than 50,000, because in this case, yeah. There's one at 10,000 minutes and there's a couple at 5,000, which is kind of funny. 5,500 minutes is 91 hours. We know that we're not going to watch something that long. We could set a time limit. We could already set a time limit. We are not going to watch something that takes... We are not going to watch something that takes longer than 2.5 hours. I think that's a good cutoff time. 2.5 to 3 hours. So 3 would be 180 minutes. I think 180 is the upper limit. I'm going to put 200 in here for now, just so we don't make any weird choices. So here, now you already see the power of this, right? The power of this tool is like, you can just flexibly understand, oh, okay, I can see now with the scatter plot, I can see where most of the movie's runtime is. I can see it's around the 100 to 80 to 100 mark. 80 to 90 minutes. 90 is like the sweet spot. 90 minutes is an hour and a half. So I don't think we don't have much difficulty in choosing a movie. 20,000 movies at 90, yeah. Yeah, so there's pretty good. But we can see that there's also quite a lot of short movies. That's because we included the short genre earlier. So the short genre is also interesting because shorts could also be cool to watch at Christmas. I don't know if we would want to sit down for like a 3-hour movie, but short could be interesting. But there is definitely a sweet spot. 90 minutes seems to be like, you know, that's like all the directors aim for. I mean, look at this distribution. This is really interesting. This is so cool. Anyway, we can do other stuff, like we could start coloring in based on, I don't know, based on runtime, you could color it as well. So for example, if you have it as like that, you can start coloring it, make it look really cool. Because it automatically bins them according to the y-axis. So what we realize here is, that I'd guess those other peaks are 5-minute intervals around 90. So that's exactly the point, Blue. What we can do is we can actually generate a histogram. And the way that we can do that is we can just say, I don't care about this, and I don't care about this, and I just want to go back to a histogram. So we do bin of runtime minutes, and we count total titles. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Let me try that again. What am I doing wrong? Because I know that you can bin them automatically. Oh yeah, here. Runtime minutes is not empty. And runtime minutes is less than 200. Yeah, they're basically all more or less in the same area. Total titles. 764,000. How did I do this last time? I did something. Maybe I did it with quartiles. Because we can basically come up with the ranges, but we saw the ranges before on the scatter plot. So what we determined... Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how is it getting the bin size? It's a good question. Hold on, I can go back. 1 second. Bin runtime. There was a thing about where it determines the bin. Was it here? Oh, hold on a second. I think this is not an integer. Or is it? It seems to think it's an integer. I wonder why it does that. That's interesting. It might have to do with the dataset, though. Anywho, we saw the distribution before. It was pretty obvious. If we look at the scatter plot, if we do total titles and then runtime minutes without. So we have 764,000 titles. And then we do runtime minutes color. Oh, that's fun. You can really play around with this. It's quite funny. Like here, for example. You can visualize it this way too. You can really do all kinds of really cool visuals. It's every single title with its runtime. But it's not ordered. I don't think it's ordered. So no runtime. Let's do the count. No. Yeah, you can really play around with it. Anyway, so what we discovered is we want to go underneath. We want to do underneath 200 minutes runtime. So we want to do runtime minutes is less than 200. That's definitely something we want to do. And what we can do then, we could technically find out how many are in each like range, but it's not so relevant in the end. As long as it's less than 200, it's not going to matter. I would say maybe it would be worth classifying as short or not short. Like, is it a 30-minute or not? Kind of thing. I don't know how to answer your question about the bin size, unfortunately. But we can just leave that there for the moment. That's the whole point of this sanity stuff. You can just kind of leave it there. What else is important? What else is important? Data makes you ask questions, exactly. Oh, votes, yeah. Votes is a big deal. Okay. How are we going to get the votes in? Well, we have the data. So we just have to get the votes in. Let me just do some stamps here for a second. So we've looked at the runtime. Looked at the runtime. We've looked at the genre. We have... No. We looked at adult. But we should actually filter out adult. Where did we do that? Adult equals 0. Christmas theme. Okay, so rating and votes. Rating and time of year, release date. That'll be interesting. Okay, so we need to get ratings in. I'm going to start with a fresh cell this time. Ratings. Fresh cell. I'm going to start with, I think, this query. Because this was a decent one. So here's the thing. If you have something that's pre-selected, like if you have like a base or something that you know you want to reuse, you can also query those cells. So I can go like this. I can go from here. I can go like this. Select star from filled genres. And it will just query that cell. It won't actually query against the original database. It's kind of cool. That's how I build up the analysis later. So it only does one original query. And then it just works with that data set through the entire thing. Ratings. So how do ratings work? Well, this is how ratings work in the original dataset. We're gonna run an ad. That's what we're gonna do. That's how ratings work, by running ads. So we have this title basics. That's this table, TA. And then we also have title ratings. See here, average rating, number of votes. So all we have to do here is add a left join. Title ratings as tr. On tr tconst equals ta.tconst. That's it. That's all we need. Ad time. So we'll switch to some clips for a second so that no one... How did you initially import the data into Count? A file upload or direct API? No, Rick, this is directly off a Postgres database. So let me show you. You have here, you have your database connection. You have your database connection here. I'm using something on Elephant SQL. You just connect it to your database. So they have their whole documentation on you know, they have all the different connections. So they've got Azure, BigQuery, MySQL, Postgres, Redshift, Snowflake, and SQL Server. It doesn't matter where those are hosted. So BigQuery is obviously on Google, but Postgres and MySQL, they could be hosted anywhere. So I'm using Postgres on Elephant SQL. You could just as well have Postgres on render.com. You could have it on Railway. You could have a MySQL on whatever MySQL provider you use. You could have a SQL server in your own infrastructure. Doesn't matter. All you have to ensure is that their IP addresses are... None of the databases you use at work. Really, Blue? What do you use? Not in this list? Blue. What do you use? What's the one missing here? DB2, Oracle, and Informix. Very funny. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's really cool, Rick. I really like this tool. I'm not like, you know, I'm not the person to go and sell tools to people, right? I just think this just makes sense. You know, I'm not selling it to you. I don't get anything for you signing up or anything. The point is, I just think this makes sense. So that's why I've been working in this thing for like 8 months. We did all our stuff for a startup. I did everything in Count. It just doesn't make sense to do ad hoc exploration anywhere else anymore. And on top of that, it doesn't make sense to even build dashboards anywhere else anymore either. Seeing as you can do the whole process here too. And you can document all the decisions and everything in line of how you got to the point of calling new customer, right? How you calculated that. I think that's really useful. But if you do sign up, it would be cool. I think you should try it out. It is free to try. Okay, so we have yeah, so basically now what we can do is we can say what do we want here? Average rating. So TA. And if you're not sure about the data, you can go here, title ratings. Average rating. Average rating. Group by 1. Oh, it's TR, sorry. It's really cool. Just struggled around again with BigQuery and Looker Studio. A really cool feature of Count is the direct visualization. Yeah, screw Looker, man. Seriously. I don't know what they've done with that thing. Honestly, over the years, it just got so tedious. So look here, direct visualization. Ooh. Very interesting. So let's take a look at this the other way around. Why are there... Okay, there's obviously a ton of... yeah, so average rating is not empty. There we go. I was mistaken. We do have a MySQL instance, but it's not something we ever care to pull data out of. Fair. So check this out. See how we have all this stuff in here. Now imagine I want to add the sum of the votes. TR some number of votes, okay? This is the number of votes that each movie received, right? So I can group by 2. Or I could sum this already, and then it would be summed for each rating, how many votes it received. And then I wouldn't need to group by more than anything. This chart will regenerate. I assume it will stay the same. Yep, there we go. But now the difference is I have another dimension available, thing available to me. I have now the sum votes as a color. This is what's interesting. So it's done like automatic binning for this. You can actually look at, you can do discrete, which doesn't give any ranges, which this basically just makes it confetti, which doesn't help you at all. You can't interpret this at all. But if you do continuous, then it gives some ranges. If you want to do it a bit more visual, you could do it based on size. This is really obvious now. Basically, movies that score like really, really low or super high barely get votes. But the ones in sort of like... Okay, these still have 10 million votes. That's not bad. But like, look here, for example. Like, 2 million votes. Wow, okay, the bubbles are kind of crazy. Let's not... Edit sizes. Ah, here, we could do, instead of linear, we could do logarithmic. That's pretty good. So you can see here, this is actually pretty good. So you can see here, 3.8 million votes across 2,000 titles. So what we could do is develop our own formula for like number of votes per title. We could do that. Sum votes divided by number of count star as votes, average votes per title. That's cool. Let's see what that looks like. Speaking of railway, I just got a usage alert. Sorry, I'm being pinged by something. Oh, okay, never mind. Nothing nothing important. Hope you're all enjoying your beginning of the week. How's everyone's Monday going? Okay, so we have average rating. And then the average votes per title. We probably need to average that, don't we? The sum. Garbage, Rugmat. I'm sorry to hear that. So here's where you can really clearly see how this goes crazy, okay? Average votes per title. Basically, there's a couple of outliers. Computer internet is having issues, you're a bit sick. I'm really sorry to hear that, Rookman. Being sick sucks. I know. I only get sick every 4 years. On average. Typically, like for the last 12, 13 years, I've gotten sick every 4 years. No, longer. For the last, like, almost 20 years now. I only get sick every 4 years. Properly sick, like 3 days in bed sick. And COVID this year was the exception. I would have gotten sick 2 years from now. I was sick 2 years ago, just before I started streaming, actually. In November. Early November. I was very sick. And then I wasn't sick the last 2 years properly. And then, yeah, got the covies. So we can see here in this like histogram style thing, or can I? We could technically just remove that. Yeah, that works. Average votes per title. Binned. Nah, I'm not sure I want that. So we can basically see, if we put it along a y-axis, right? Can flip it the other way too, it doesn't matter. So for 10 is the best. These are the best movies, these are the worst. What's terrible is you can see that the average votes per title, you've got anything from 0 to 4 rated titles get on average 500 votes per title. And then it starts to go up. So basically people love to vote 8.1. That's like that's the most votes. Those movies are receiving the most amount of votes. This causes a skew. This causes a huge skew in our data set because when we go look at movies afterwards based on rating, we're gonna have to exclude movies that have really low amount of votes. So the question is, what's the barrier? Are those movies also receiving the most amount of views? That we don't know, Blue Squid. We don't know how much they're being watched. And that's actually not my concern. My concern is having a reliable cutoff method. Like if we cut here, you know, if we cut, like if I make a line, this is the other advantage. You can just draw on this. If I make a line here and say, this is 1,000 votes, I'm excluding all of these titles underneath. Like all of these and all of these. And these are potentially really good movies, they just don't have a lot of people voting for them. 40 to 50 on average. Do I trust those 40, 50 people? So the question is, you know, do I want to go with like mass market of like this and say, this is like the focus zone? Sorry, like this is the area we focus on and then these get cut out because they're such low. It will make our decision process easier. It will make our decision process easier, but it potentially eliminates a really good movie. The other thing is, like, these are all movies rated under 5. I'm more concerned about these. 40 to 50 friends and family of cast and crew. Absolutely agreed on that. Absolutely agreed. So I'm more concerned about those than I am about these. But I'm concerned about these because of low votes. I'm concerned about these because of, well, they're low voted in the first place. So even if they're not so relevant, I mean, they still have like 500 votes per title on average. But I would say the cutoff could be 500. I would say the line should maybe be more closer to here. 500. How long have they been listed for? Good point, Rick. We'll get to the new versus old topic in a second. But I'm thinking 500 as a cutoff point seems kind of sensible. 500 votes is like a sensible cutoff. In the horror movie section, I chose 1,000 because I wanted to be... I'd like to see the high vote count, low rating ones. 2,500 votes on a crap movie. We can do that for sure. So instead of... votes per month. Ooh! Oh, I see what you're saying, Rick. So how long since the movie has been out? And how many votes it's had since its release? Okay, that's an interesting point. That's a very interesting point. Since release. I knew I wouldn't finish this analysis in one day. I knew it. We're only scratching the surface. Okay, but Blue, let's do that. So high vote count, low rating, and votes based on duration. We need more canvas. Definitely need more canvas. Well, that's fine. We have more canvas. So let's make a clone of this. Make a clone, and instead of votes count, we're gonna do number of votes as some votes, and we're gonna do, although we don't need to do that actually, it's already a unique number per film. Average rating, sum of votes. Count star as, oh, we don't need that. We just do tconst. And we don't need to group by anything. And we're gonna order by 1 descending, 1 and 2 descending actually. I think, is that correct? I think so. Oh yeah, sorry. TA. Doesn't really matter which one we take anyway, as they have a one-to-one relationship. This is something I checked in the prior analysis, so I've just saved myself the hassle of doing it again. If you want to see that video, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check out the YouTube video. It just hit 200 views. I'm pretty happy. Honestly, I was expecting it to go higher, but it's early days. The video's only been out a couple days, and my channel's pretty small. So I'm hoping that there's going to be 1 or 2 pushes. I think it's going to be featured in Count's newsletter sometime this week. So that might push it a little. And of course, all of you can like and subscribe and all the great stuff. And that helps. That really helps the video do well, which is cool. I spent a lot of time on it. So yeah, I'm looking to do another video now. So we're going to call this low rating, high votes. And then I'm going to put a comment here just for blue squid. Did it sort correctly? I can't remember. Oh no, so we want to do order by 1 ascending, 2 descending. Or wait, no, wait. You said high vote count, low rating. Yeah, okay, that's correct. So 39,000 votes for an average rating of 1 is your #1 movie. And according to this criteria, which is Umali Seber. I think it's Turkish. Is there even a genre for this? Comedy. Yeah. This has 39,000 1-star ratings. Our average of 1 star. Why though? This is bad. Maybe it got review bombed though. Maybe it got review bombed. Whatever the song that was, it was terrible. What's the I'm sorry, what? Why is this a 1? This marvelous film teaches you how to defecate perfectly. For once in my life, I have seen a great acting performance like Mr. Soyletmez's acting performance. He's the most handsome gentleman that I've ever seen. When I saw him for the first time, I could not believe my eyes. His eyebrows, his mole, his hair, he was purely beautiful. The way he defecates to cat litter was amazing. Every single time he broke wind, I felt his love inside my heart. What? Wow. Okay. This came out in August 2017, so it's actually not that old. There's probably some kind of story behind this, but yeah. There you go. The second one, I'm curious about #2, just to know, is 3-2-1 Action, which is a drama from not sure where. The events of the film revolve around a solitary actress devoted to caring for her daughter, but she decides to retire and return to acting through a new movie, and many comedic ironies occur during the filming of this new movie. Most of the ratings this movie received is due to the few clips released on YouTube, which was mainly captured by the movie cast when they attended the first viewing on opening night. Wow. The book is way better than the movie because it doesn't exist. Lord have mercy on whoever bought a ticket. Wow, that's okay. How can so many people rate something that they haven't seen? That's the thing, right? But there you go. So those have a lot of votes. But you see, like, in general, you can see the number of votes is not very high. You can see. And this trend continues, right? 95,000, 1.1. Okay, now we got to see it. We got to see what this is. We have to see what this is. How bad is it? Sadak 2. There was a first one. This one was worse, apparently. What is this about? Mission to expose fake godman Gyan Prakash, whom she also holds responsible for the death of her mother. But Arya is captured and sent to asylum by her stepmother and gang of Gyan Prakash, from where she escapes. Ravi runs a tours and travel business. He gets hallucinations of his dead wife, wants to commit... Oh, sorry, content warning. Arya comes to Ravi to hire his taxi and take her to Kailash Mountains. I mean, even the writing is terrible. Let's be honest. This summary isn't even not very good. There's a tag running. This is not...
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Hey, Ryan.
Don't be
Good to see you.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
John Ralphio?
Do you know how long the rating texts are? No. Featured review, intolerable. Hashtag final verdict. Interesting. Well, so there you go, Blue. If you want to explore more of those, I will publish the canvas for you. Oh, I can't do it in this workspace. I might have to move it to a different workspace afterwards. Okay. Now what we want... Now what we want... No, I'll leave it there, it's alright. We want to have votes since release. And this is courtesy of Rick STI. And what we want to have here is average rating, number of votes, but we also want TA, what is it? Release start year, I think it is. Year released, I think. Let me just put a limit in here. I know it won't make the query faster, but it will limit the results for me. Also, my elephant SQL instance is probably not so happy about this. Average rating 1, sum of votes 5, year release 2001. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't think we don't have a release date. We don't have a release date. We only have a release year. So we're gonna have to do it in years, Rick. But I suppose that's okay. We're basically gonna do 2022 minus this as years since release. Does that work? Should work. Oh. I hear bunnies doing stuff. You just got to witness Ben do a little floof there. Also, Rick, thanks for subscribing. I saw that. Okay, so years since release. It's possible 0, right? Yeah, those are movies that were released this year. Okay. So what we could calculate is number of votes divided by the number of years since release, right? And that would be basically votes per year. Add 1 first. Just to have no zeros. Aha, yeah, well we can just put it as 2023. But yeah. That also works. Yeah, okay, fair. Both work. The nice thing is that I can just do 2023 here for now. I could do something fancy with like current year, blah blah blah. Okay, so what's gonna happen is we have an average rating, the votes per year, and then each title. Wait, what? They haven't been released yet. Oh, we have to reduce. Oh, hold on a second. We have to exclude movies that haven't been released yet. Uh-oh. start year is smaller than or equal to current year. True. That's a good thing. Thanks, Rick, for bringing me to that point. Okay, let's find out. You could dream of them. Yeah. Of course, of course. Okay, we want to count the number of titles. This is the num titles. Welcome back, Ryan. Group by 1, 2. So rating, votes per year, number of titles in each blog. Okay. 10,000 plus rows, not a surprise. Let's visualize. Do we see any patterns? Ooh, interesting. Hold on a second. So this is the average rating. How strange. From our point of view, it's the future, but from the point of view of these future Christmas movies, it's the past. Yeah. We should probably bin these somehow. Votes per year. We could probably put them into quartiles. Could probably percentile count them. Sorry for my atrocious sequel today, chat. At least I'm not using any right joins, right? It's the most important thing. Of course. So if we do a select star from base, we want to do average rating. We want the votes per year. And we want this to be percentile. I always forget how to count. 0.25 over partition by votes per year, order by, well, actually that's fine, we don't need to partition, actually we can just order by votes per year. I've started doing quite a bit of SQL in my job. Have you heard of Metabase? Yes, I have, Ryan. I've used Metabase quite a bit. When I first started streaming, I was doing basically everything locally. And I was using Docker, I was using Metabase. I was using everything within Docker, actually, which was kind of crazy to think about. Fractal, excuse me, sir. You said you had to go early because interview. I go to the grocery store and come back and you still be here. But you know how it is, Fractal. Look at this stuff. How can you just leave this? It's so interesting. But yeah, it's midnight, so. Account managers request queries. Cool. That's very cool. Metabase is nice. I like it. I know, Maddie, but interview. Yeah. But like I said, it's a 3-minute walk from here. And I normally go with like 7 to 8 hours sleep. So it's okay. It's okay still, Fractal. I'm going to wrap up after this. I have an interview tomorrow morning, Ryan. Percentile count numeric over order. Okay, I have to look it up. I don't remember it. Percentile count. Count. Can you say what company or hush hush? You won't even know the company anyway. Even if I told you. Oh, it's disk. For percentile that lies between values from the input. Midnight again. You have to watch your sleep quality too. Yes, 4x. Definitely. Oh, it's within group, not over. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. 0.25. Num titles. I think I need to do a sum of that. No, wait, do I need to only group by 1? Ugh, over. Don't need over anymore. Percentile const does not exist. It's cont, isn't it? Yeah. Why did I forget everything? Fairs, how are you liking the look of it? Well, I'm interviewing with like something like 10 companies within 2 weeks. Because I'm still unemployed, which is not good. Which is the answer to your next question. How is the startup doing? We had to shut down back in October, unfortunately. Things did not work out, as they do sometimes. Oh yeah, okay, average rating, percentile cont is the same. Okay, now you have the percentiles, so what you can do is you can rejoin it back on itself. And basically you can say, you can do average rating, percentile. I should probably name these. First, second, third. Sorry chat, there's gonna be an ad. I'm sorry. I don't like ads, but it is the way it is. Average rating, first, second, third. I don't want to sum these. No function. Okay, this gives you an idea. This gives us an idea. My company are hiring at the moment if you want to apply. Get me that referral bonus. Is that so, Ryan? Can you hire someone in Switzerland? No ad for you. Yeah, you've got a sub. There you go. That's good. Oh, you got yourself a little sub there. Thank you, Ryan, for giving me your Prime sub. I appreciate that. We have teams around the world. Yeah, but that's the thing. Switzerland is unique because it's not in the EU. And sometimes... you operate a 4-day work week. Really? That's nice. What does your company do? That's the question. Because I'm basically only applying to companies where I see like an impact kind of focus. Cannot provide live data. Okay, so what's interesting here is 8.2 average rating. Wandy. EdTech. Oh, that's good. Classroom tech. I think that calls for a little education lesson. What do you think, Ryan? think EdTech is super important. Let's check. Oh, look at the time, class. Look at the time. It's already past midnight. We're supposed to end this class at midnight, so I don't have much time to look at this. EdTech is awesome. Careers. Let's have a look. Sorry for the projector not being set up correctly. Whoever was here teaching last, it's their problem. Wandy. EdTech is awesome. Australia team, e-vouchers team, integrations team, customer support specialist, people team. Well, there aren't really any jobs for me here. I mean, depends. What does a customer support specialist do? This is the thing. Oh wow, okay, no. that salary is not gonna cut it, unfortunately. What does a business development manager do? Wow, okay. Sydney. They hire even if it isn't listed. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna bookmark that for after. Thank you, Ryan. I'm gonna plop that over here and I'm gonna take a look at that afterwards. Thank you. That is smart. Very smart. Ah, okay, you've been a teacher before. I teach at 2 universities. So, yeah, I have the qualifications, I guess, in terms of teaching. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they will. Anyway, back to the show. Second biggest growth in a tech company this year out of the whole UK. Wow, okay. That's pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I will definitely take a look. So, first, second, and then third I want to be color, and then I want the size to be the average rating. Yeah, so basically you can see here, you can see that average rating is the size. So you can see, like, if you have a big bubble, average rating 9.9, but it's completely in the lowest section of votes over time. That's the thing. So if you look at, like, movies up here, average rating 6.3, but they're in, like, the top. Like, you can see that, well, anything that's yellow would be the best, basically. 96.8, 8.1. That's the thing, right? 8.1 movies, they have so many votes. So no matter when they were released, it skews the result. What would be more interesting than average rating here would be what I want to bring in. I know what I want to do. What's even more interesting would be average rating, number of titles, votes per year, but also how long it's been. Um, 2023 minus start year. Years since release. I want to bring that in because 1, 2, 3. Because here's the thing, right? Let me just check this. Yeah, this is what I want. So what I want to do is I want to bin the average ratings too. Postgres bins. I wanna bin them. With bucket, that's the one. This is one of my favorite things. With bucket. With bucket, basically, you take a field, like average rating, which we know goes from 0 to 10, and you do 0, or it goes from 1 to 10. 1, 10, and you say you want 10 buckets. And because it's not a... because it's a dimension and not a... how do you call it? Not a metric. You don't need to worry about the groupings. What is this going to tell us, chat? Wait a second. I don't think this is correct. I'm glad you like this, Fractal. Ooh, what if we bucket the years? What if we bucket the years? Or the votes per year? Could also bucket those. With bucket. Years since release. 1 year. 100 years. 10 buckets. As I just think 10 is always clean. Or 20 year? 20 years is a lot. Snowflake has with bucket too. Yeah, nice. Get on the with bucket. We're gonna call this rating bucket. And we're gonna call this release bucket. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen, because it should reduce the number.
What are the odds?
Votes per year. Oh, I think I need to sum these, actually. I think I need to actually sum them, because it's not correct. Oh, this is atrocious formatting. I'm sorry, I'm going fast because I should get to bed soon. Because of the interview. Yeah. Deal with it, chat. Okay, so now we have 139 rows. Yeah, this is gonna be nice and clean. Here we go. This is gonna be clean, chat. It's gonna be nice and clean. Visual is empty. What do we want? I want a template. But I have to say what I want first. I want vote since release. I would like to have the rating bucket and the release bucket. I would like those to be non-functioned. I would like the rating bucket to be... I want the release bucket to be color. I want the rating bucket to be X. And then I want in the Y, I want the sum of the votes. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. The old... This is the thing. Older movies, you can see it here. Total sum of votes. Oh, we don't need to sum that. This is the thing. Like, look up here. You have rating bucket 7, so that's between 7 and 8. Okay? I don't know how there's something written. There's something rated higher than 10? Is that possible? No. But basically, between 7 and 8, release bucket 1. These are new movies. 20 million votes. There's huge skew factor in the votes. There's huge skew factor when you look at when the vote, like, because we don't know when the votes are given. We just know when the movie was released. And if you inverse this, look, I can release this the other way. Release bucket, sum of votes, format. Hold on. Sum of votes, edit axis, logarithmic. Here, look. Basically, older movies, everything that's older, like here, is in the buckets that are closer to yellow. I could actually change the color on that too. If I go here, if I go to edit colors, I can change the palette to like greens. What would be a good palette for this? Magma? Maybe Inferno. Can I reverse it? I like the grays actually. Wait, where are the average votes per year? Yeah. So this is the thing. So these are the release bucket. So how many years has it been since, right? The rating bucket and the sum of the votes. You can see a movie that was rated 6, between 6 and 7, that has been released a long time ago, has 2,000 votes. And now, this, if we want to add another dimension, which is the number of movies in each thing, we can actually do that versus with the label. Oh no, sorry, with detail. So for example, there's 2,357 movies that have a 6 to 7 rating that were released 10 years ago. Between 10 and 20 years ago. Interesting. Movies actively being watched while IMDb is an easily accessible resource will obviously have more ratings. That's the thing, right? IMDb is a new tool. It doesn't exist since 1960, right? How old is IMDb? $1990, right? So here's the problem, is that anything past 1990 is basically a movie that was released prior to 1990. And of course, that's a factor for distribution. Netflix and stuff made the distribution of movies easier. So although older movies were also watched, it's so tricky. I wonder what the outcome of this is. I wonder what the rating bucket is basically the average rating, Rick. That's where that comes from. What would be funny is to put the sum of the titles on the size. Hold on, I have to change the... I can't change the color on that. I have to change the color of the release bucket, because that's conflicting. I'm gonna go with turbo. Yeah, you can see, basically, these are all small dots. There aren't any significant... No, there's no significance here. If I could swap this... Interesting side effect of that may be reviews for older movies may be more likely from hardcore fans. That could be a natural skew factor. But basically what we've determined is that older movies have less votes, which we knew. We knew that to begin with. that old movies have less votes. I saw that in my horror one. I can take you to that canvas quickly. One second. Don't want to show anything I didn't plan on showing. Yeah. So you see here. By the way, I'm so happy with how these charts turned out. This canvas you can access if you want. You can have a look here. I'll paste that in for you. This canvas is public. Here it is. This is the average rating of movies produced over the last 120 years. And you see, the thing is that these movies here have they have high votes, really high average ratings, between 5.6 and 6 on average, right? Movies are generally getting worse. That's the core takeaway from this chart. But what's interesting is when you look at the ratio, when you look at the total number of movies produced in that time period and the number of votes, right? It's just exploding. It's exploding. But the thing is that it's completely... In the 1980s and 1990s, that ratio was off the chart. Even in the 2000s. But now, in 2010s, you've had an overproduction of movies in comparison. And now you have less votes to account for that. But the point is that now 2020's only just started. If you do this by decade, of course. So yeah, it's harder to watch a very old movie versus a new movie. This is kind of the point of it as well. Like if you want to watch a movie from 1917, you have to go to a lot more effort than to watch a movie from 2021 or from 2010, right? It's just not as easy to get access to them. So that changed things, right? That changed things. So it's not unsurprising to see this. Unless it's a praised classic, but then it already has good ratings. Yeah, that's the problem. Exactly. So I think the outcome from this for me, concerning the votes, is I think defining a threshold is better. I think it's better to define an absolute threshold and say 500 ratings, because that's where a point of certainty gets crossed, versus not what's the word? Oh, it's so late, chat. Yeah, versus defining the number of votes that a movie has to have since its release, on average. That's the point. Yeah. I don't want to do, see, this is what's cool, right? If I want to, I can make another chart. I don't need to change anything. I can just do another chart where I look at, oh no, hold on a second. I need to make another cell first. I need to make another cell. Yeah, okay, here's fine. I need to make another cell because I want to only do... Oh, I already width bucketed everything, didn't I? Okay. Rating bucket. Rating bucket and sum of votes. No, that's not gonna work. Never mind, chat. Never mind. It doesn't matter. The point is, I think that rating bucket, release bucket. And then you have the sum of the votes as the color. Interesting. Still not really sure about the outcome, but too tired to think about it anymore. We'll go to bed now. That sounds just like my situation, Rick. It's something to investigate a little bit further, probably. Maybe another stream this week. Who knows? Depends on how things go. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. But I think we're going to do a cutoff method. I think we're going to do 500 votes. I think we're going to do 500 votes is the threshold for certainty. Basically, looking at the distribution and not considering if it's a new movie, if it's a new movie, right, and it gets 500 votes, then we can take it in, right? And if it's a new movie and it doesn't have 500 votes yet, that also says something about the movie's distribution. I think that's the point. I think that's the threshold. Yeah. So you've kind of seen how this is going. Now that we have these learnings, did we get everything done? We didn't look at the difference between old and new explicitly, but that's okay. We've accounted for, we've accounted for adult in the learnings, yeah. We've looked at the rating and we've looked at the number of votes given. What we didn't look at yet is seasonality. That's a question mark. Why is that disappearing? That's very strange. Oops. Okay, so there's something weird there. Send backward. Send backward. Send backward. Send backward. Send backward. Interesting. They're like stuck behind. Oh, weird. You can't. IMDb doesn't expose release date data, just year. Oh, right. We can't. We only have the year. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. You're right. Okay, it's pissing me off now. Sorry.
Another powerful reason for insisting on
so we can't do that.
Inside.
The only question is, can we do the Christmas theme? Can we define what a theme for Christmas would be and score movies against that score? That is something we'll have to find out next time that we go further with this. But I think what would make sense now is we're definitely going to go produce a clean data frame based on all the things that we found in here. Basically all the findings, all the stuff we looked at. I'm going to initial findings, let's call it. From this, we're now going to produce our clean data frame. And so I can just create another frame. Christmas theme tends to be divisive. Yes, it does. It does. But I think that's only something we can do once we have a subset. I think that's interesting. Oh boy. Collaborative Rocket. Count could definitely use something like a bookmarking feature that lets you bookmark boards that are accessible for you but have not been specifically shared with you. Ooh, that's a very nice suggestion, Rocker. That is a very nice suggestion. Let me just screenshot that. I want to send it to them. Because that's a really nice suggestion. That is a super cool suggestion. Are we back to the Die Hard question? You wish you had count for work. Yeah. I wish I could use count all the time for everything, to be honest. But thanks everyone. Ryan, thank you for the Prime. Exy, thanks for resubbing. And was it Yoast gifting to Rugmat? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I always say that it is that time of year, right? There's less people online, more people with their family. You may have noticed that the chat is a little bit quieter. There's maybe a few less people in chat and stuff. If anything that I'm doing benefits at least one person, it's already worth it to me. I'm doing this for me, and if it benefits one person, that's amazing. The more the merrier. But yeah, I'm gonna be turning this into a video. We have to go deeper on the analysis for sure. I think the collaborative part of this has been very clear. All of you have been able to give insight and input on this, and it's been super collaborative. I really, really enjoyed that. I think it's cool. It kind of shows the power of the canvas in doing that, which I think is really cool. So yeah. I've got some movie watching ideas. I'll be back in 41 days. Thank you for the good luck wishes. I'm sure the interviews will go well. This scene is immune, Exegete, from Mess Up My Stream. Unfortunately, I cannot refund you. I'm sorry. You learned Width Bucket. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you, Collaborative Rocker. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. It's been good fun. It's really been good fun. I'll see if I can get another stream in this week. No promises. But we'll be back on Friday. We'll do that kind of jazz. Oh, strange. Peekaboo should have worked. That's a bit strange that it did not. That definitely should have worked. Exegete, as makeup for that, I will do a unique one that I haven't released to chat yet. I hope you all have delicious week. Sorry about that, Exy. I'll see why that didn't work. It's a bit strange. Yeah, and see you all soon. We're definitely gonna go visit someone. Let's see who we can go pay a visit to. Who's around at this hour? 12:30 in the evening. Who do we have available to us? Who do we have available to us, chat? Why did it do that? Why did it go to my dashboard? One was broken. No, really isn't. It's not broken, it's deliberate, but I don't have a thing to like deactivate it, you know? I should, but I don't. I think it is a good idea to visit we're gonna go raid someone we haven't raided before. How about that? Let's do it. Wish you all a wonderful week ahead. And I'll let you know how the interviews go, chat. As usual, stay tuned to my Patreon. There will be the recap of today's stream. I'll try and talk about a few things. It's completely free to follow. The recaps are free, so you got nothing to lose by just clicking the follow button on Patreon. You gotta have an account, sure, but it's completely free. That way you'll always get all the news from me because I publish everything on Patreon. Go watch the YouTube video. Say hello to Dr. Mikachu, which I think is it's a great name. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye. Thank you. Bye.